Well, 2021 has certainly been, well, kind of more of 2020.
Man, at least the games were good.
Welcome everyone to this, the end of chapter 34 of the Gaming Cast, brought to you by Smith's Crisps. That's right, we're sponsored by Smith. Wait, no, Hack the Dino, sorry. Hello, good evening, welcome one and all to our lovely little gaming cast brought to you by Hack the Dino. I am thought itself, I am perception, perception is reality, and reality rejects you, Ben Rosenthal. And joined here by one of my wankerful, by the biggest wank there is, Floppy Starry.
Mate, any one of those things fits anyway.
Well, that's what I've heard. Hi, Floppy. What's going on? What are you looking forward to in our 2021 gaming year in review? Absolute spectacular special for fancy pants.
Looking forward to 5 seconds to speak. I'm looking forward to looking back at the year. It's kind of fun going back and seeing what seems like so long ago.
Yeah, we've got
and having a look at what's come out, what we enjoyed, what we didn't.
Well, not only that, but
there is Game Awards.
We've got our Game Awards as well,
Yeah.
voted by our Patreons throughout the past couple of weeks. So thank you to all the Patreons, but we'll be thanking you a bit later as well. Don't you worry about that. We've also got a wrap-up of the Game Awards, the actual Game Awards, a little bit more popular than ours, but...
I mean, Jeff took some cues from us.
That's right. The Keeleys, we'll be going all over the Keeleys. What else we got? Oh, we did advertise a special guest for this show, but just like wrestling, the card is subject to change. The special guest couldn't make it this time, which is not a problem because early next year they will be joining us on the couch here to talk about all things quiche. Floppy, tell us about your favourite quiche.
Well, my favourite quiche is my quiche. I make it fucking sick.
Brayden, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm all right. How you doing?
Good. What's your favourite quiche?
Good. I'm not...
Floppies.
I'm floppies. You know what? You can't complain about it. It's a good time.
I can.
We're spending way too much time talking about Floppy's quiche.
It's got broccolini in it.
Broccolini. Floppy's quiche full of the green lumpies. all up in your vomit.
Mouth.
It looks like a vomit pie.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay. So I forgot that last year we called these awards the Goatsy Awards. Game of the Sexy Year. And if you don't know what Goatsy is, be sure to check it out now. Just everyone go to your Google browser, type in Goatsy into the internet, and have a really good time with your CDs.
Do you have a VPN? Do you have some malware protection? Don't.
Because you'll
type
need
that
one
shit in.
soon.
Don't type that stuff in.
So we'll be announcing the winners of the Goatsy Awards throughout the night. As well as doing a recap of each month of the year that is 2021. But first, Floppy, what have you been playing or doing since the last time we saw you?
Well, I haven't been playing much because it's work gets busy at this time of year.
Yep.
But I made it to a pretty sick garage sale the other weekend.
Oh, really? Did
Yeah.
they have one of your quiches?
No, I took one. I always take one somewhere.
That's right.
Everywhere
You just
I go.
got always on.
Always got a quiche on hand. You
quiche,
never know.
here you go.
And I had some of the most freaking amazing pickups at this garage sale that I've ever had. Braden, I believe, has got a couple of photos.
I do.
So this was actually I was going to go with this one last, but this is my
Go on, Brayden.
This is my prize pickup from this garage sale. So I got an entire Dreamcast.
That's right, everyone. For the podcast listeners, we've just got a picture of semen on the screen. So if you're wondering and listening to this podcast over on Spotify or SoundCloud or wherever you get your podcasts from, just imagine a big box of semen that Floppy picked up from a garage sale. Floppy, tell us about your semen.
So it is a interesting game. You raise an amphibious creature with the face of a man, voiced by Leonard Nimoy, and it came with a microphone attachment for your Dreamcast so that you could talk to it and teach it stuff.
That's right.
Weird.
Teach you how to swim.
But I was super happy with that. I wanted a Dreamcast for ever. I was super excited. I texted Dan because we knew that, from the grave, because we know how much of a Sega man he is. But yeah,
and a big semen man as well.
I got the action replay for it as well, so do cheats and stuff because I do that.
Yep.
Action
replays are actually really cool. A lot of fun.
They're unreal. If you go to the next picture, Braden.
Yo.
That was my GameCube and my Nintendo pickups. Got an action replay for my GameCube. and a bunch of GameCube games. Something like Phantasy Star Online 3, Animal Crossing. What else? WarioWare in there. I got the Wii Rackers, the Wii Maraca game in a box.
I think
Hell yeah.
you're burying the lead with those games there, Floppy.
Man,
Did I see Starsky and Hutch?
hey, some of it was thrown in.
He
Wow.
paid
They do have-
$85 for
Hey,
Starsky
come
and
on,
Hutch.
look. There's Sonic, Phantasy Star Online. You got Mario Tennis, Animal Crossing, WarioWare.
But Starsky and Hutch isn't even the remake starring Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. It's the original Starsky and Hutch.
That's what makes it better than if it was Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
I
Because
don't know.
yeah, that was rubbish. But it is what it is. So I was pretty happy with that. And next picture, Brayden.
Oh, I was going to say, you sent 2 photos. One of them was the same photo.
Good.
Did I?
If you want to double check
I
that.
also bought some PS3 stuff,
Yeah, there's no photo.
which is not. But I did get Eye of Judgment, like a boxed completed Eye of Judgment.
Oh, I
which-
had never seen that before, ever. And I was so confused when I saw it.
I did throw it up on my
PS3,
Instagram if you want to chuck it up, if you want to see that real
Yeah,
quick.
let's bring that up.
But the Eye of Judgment is like playing Yu-Gi-Oh on your PS3.
This is
So it uses the camera
this
and
is
cards.
the trailer from back in the day. I found it. Because when you sent this photo, I was like, what the shit is that?
Dude, it's unreal. And I love weird peripherals. We
It's
all know this.
so weird.
This is like one of the weirdest.
It's like if they made Yu-Gi-Oh, but with your iToy.
Yeah. So you put it out there, the camera then reads the card. It's coded somehow. And then it brings it that character.
That's cool as hell!
I know!
It's really fun.
To life. And then you play this game. Now, the servers for this to play online are not up anymore. Like, this is long gone. But you can
man.
play local.
Let's play local!
I'm down.
Now that
Holy
you've got
shit!
I am down.
That's fun.
That's
real
rad.
fun. I'm surprised they haven't done a Yu-Gi-Oh game with this. Surely they have.
That is cool!
It
Oh,
is,
man.
I
Oh.
don't know why they haven't done this with Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm assuming licensing, but yeah.
That's a
Anyway,
giant whale!
wow, that was
That can
loud.
fuck right off.
But yeah, that was my cool garage sale pickups. I was pretty stoked with those.
Very, very good pickups. Yeah, I haven't been playing a lot. I mean, I got some stuff from you. You saw some Nintendo items that I wanted to get on the cheap, which
There
was
we go.
very kind of you. Did you mention you got God Hand as well?
Oh no, I also got God Hand after, there it is, and Pain, which is hilarious. After we had it, I think we had it on a, was it on a Braden versus the World?
Yes, it was. Chosen by Game Boy Games, Michael Towns.
Yeah, that's right. So I picked that up. That was cool to see straight. It was Universe had told me to buy it.
Anto in the chat's freaking out over God Hand.
Yeah. And I won't lie, and Anto, I love you, mate, but he's already offered to buy it from me multiple times.
Yep.
Sorry.
sorry, Anto.
If I get another one, sure.
Yeah, maybe. Just like you're going to swap me your Metal Gear Solid DS.
I mean, how'd that works out?
Yep. I'm just going to swap them over next time I'm at your house.
Just going to kick one of your shelves over.
I'm going to kick one of your teeth out. I've
got 4 that need to come out. Go for it.
Again, busy time of the year, not much gaming time. I have been playing the new chapter of Fortnite, which is fun because Spidey's in it. And just Pokemon. Just trying to shiny hunt. I finished the Sinnoh decks, got the national decks. Tried to do some chain hunting for shinies. 0 luck so far. So screw you, Pokemon. I want my shinies. Brayden,
Yo.
what have you...
Sorry, I was trying to find footage of Fortnite Spider-Man to come up, and I just saw what the trailer announcing him was, and that's great.
This wasn't the
him-
trailer. This is just something.
Is it just some
this
fan edit
is-
thing?
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's
Fucking-
great, though.
That's good fun.
I hate that Spider-Man.
I have been playing for the last 2 hours before coming here, Unpacking, which is just the most wholesome game in the world.
It's so good, isn't it?
Well, so far. I don't know how much the story ends up, like, this person's life might become incredibly miserable, but I don't know yet. But, like, this was so nice.
Brayden, I will say it's a full 3-act.
Perfect. Good. That's exactly what I want, because I after playing, like, I took it so slowly and meticulously, getting everything exactly how I wanted it. This is nothing like how I did mine. Mine looks nothing like this.
There should
Mine
be DLC
looked
where
really
someone
nice.
else can join your game as like your little brother or sister and
Oh, they
mess
move
it all
shit
up.
around? Oh, it'd be good.
Hide some shit.
I think my favorite part in the first level is that you unpack your Polaroid camera, because it's like 97 is when this first bit's set. And you unpack your camera, and then it gives you the ability to take photos of your level, and how you've designed it. And I was like, that's fun. That's really cute.
So do you go first person and take the photos?
No, so it's just this view mainly, but you can like frame it differently and everything. So for this one, I took a little Polaroid of the level, and it's super cute.
What I like is that they're not hit boxes, but the boxes around the shapes is so minuscule. You can legitimately put it in any conceivable space.
Yeah, if you see a space on a shelf or anything, you can probably fit it there. Like it's really well done. And I'm really excited to go through it and finish it. It's exactly what I need to relieve some anxiety with around this time of year and everything going on. So this is perfect for that.
Now, it is on Game Pass as part of the Game Pass
It is on
collection.
Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, go play it there. I got it on my Switch because, one, I wanted to buy it and support them on there, and two, I wanted to play it on the Switch because it's nice and easy handheld. It's super nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Does it have touchscreen on the Switch?
Not from how I played it, at least. I didn't try to play it
super
like
intuitive
that.
with the controllers.
It's
not
really
clunky
good.
at all.
And the cursor, you can change the speed and everything if you're someone who wants it to fly around or everything. I took it super slowly, so nice and peaceful. It was really nice.
We were talking before about this briefly, and I read an article where there is, when you're unpacking, I think in the next level or two, when you're in your teenage years or college years, and people were getting confused as to what this box was. And it's like a rip-off or a budget GameCube. Obviously, they couldn't have an actual GameCube. And no one knew what it was or where it goes, and they're putting it in the kitchen, they're putting it in the toilet, not knowing. Because after you've finished, after you've unpacked everything that's in a room that doesn't belong has a red outline on it.
Yes.
And you have to put it in the correct
And
room.
Amateurs.
You can't keep things on the floor, which I would argue against, but, they want you to be tidy. I wanted to keep the soccer ball on the floor, not on the shelf.
Yeah.
Like a human being. And I couldn't find a place on where the hell to put the backpack at the start. I don't know what I was expecting when I googled unpacking GameCube.
Yep. Cool. Works. Good. I love the GameCube. What a fantastic, underrated system that is.
I got one of them this year too.
I just recently found out, actually, that in some of the early model GameCubes, there's two clips underneath the lid, and that center disc pops out, and you can switch it out. I always thought that was melded to the lid, but no, only on the newer ones. Later models.
You mean the pick on the outside?
Yeah, that disc, because you know how you can get that Metroid one, and it's just the disc, and you can get one for Pokemon Gale of Darkness as well.
Yeah.
It's not the whole. I used to think the whole Game Boy was a special edition, but it's literally just the disc, and on the earlier ones, you can just lift the lid, click it, and up it comes.
I wonder which one I got.
Well, you can go home and check.
Right now?
Yeah, sure. See you later. I'll sit here and discuss 2021 in review. Now, it's been a year of ups and downs and delays and comings out and... no, floppy, don't. Low-hanging fruit, buddy. So, we're going to kick it off with January 2021. And on January 13, Lucasfilm revived the Lucasfilm Games brand? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And announced a new Star Wars game from Ubisoft and Massive Entertainment, terminating the exclusive license held by Electronic Arts for the property. Now, my question here is, we did cover it a bit on the show, but did EA waste their 5 or 10 year exclusivity deal? 5 years.
Yes.
Yep. What games they brought out?
They brought out the two Battlefront reboots.
Yep.
Which, let's face it, were super pretty.
Yep.
And they were well made, but they had the whole loot box fiasco with the first one. I can't remember if they had that same thing with the second one. I think they got rid of it for the second one.
Worse with the second one.
But they got rid of it though, didn't they?
So they changed how the system worked upon launch.
Yeah.
But then it still wasn't good, and it took everyone complaining about it to get it
which
fixed.
Sucks because they were super pretty.
Oh yeah, they were
Like
gorgeous.
They were
oh my
gorgeous.
god!
And so they had the potential to be something amazing, but they what is it? Missed the boat? Is that the term?
Sure.
And then they had how many games that were began but then got cancelled?
Lots.
I can't think. Was it like 3 or 4 off the top of my head?
Yeah, we had 13,
and they were all supposed to
13.
be single player RPG style stuff.
Yeah, it was all going to be like Jedi Fallen Order type things.
But haven't they taken all those assets and put it into a new game, which... Apparently?
Maybe.
Like, is there rumours there? I don't know.
Having said that, though, I mean, you've got the license to make Star Wars stuff. You've got a license to print money.
Oh, they made plenty of mobile games.
Yeah, and I think that's where they really
Did
took
they?
it to their
Oh,
advantage.
yeah.
Yeah. Heaps of mobile games.
Didn't even know.
Because you're not a mobile player. I mean, even if you are a mobile player, I think it's targeted squarely at the casual gamer who goes, oh, Star Wars, I'll download that. You know, free to play, loot boxes, in-app payments.
This game was great.
Tell us about this game, Floppy.
Did you play this one?
I've not played Fallen Order yet, no.
So this one was cool. It was I don't like using the term Souls-like, but it's become a thing now. I didn't find it as difficult as those games.
Is it a Souls-like, or is it just a third-person adventure game?
It's like if Uncharted and Dark Souls had a baby.
Yeah. So it's Souls-like in the fact that you revisit areas a lot and you're
The
upgrading
combat mechanics are very Dark Souls.
I do not think it's as difficult as they were.
No.
Story was very cool. Cal Kestis, was
You can make
Padawan.
it as difficult as that if you want to.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
No, you don't have to at all. But
no.
It's a story-driven game, and it's good fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool.
Single-player, story-driven game.
Single-player,
which we've seen a huge resurgence of lately, and I, for one, am a very happy person.
I'm very happy because that's how I like to play.
Screw friends. Who needs them? I'm so lonely.
Not me.
I'm good.
Next, we had on the 14th of January, the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game complete edition was released. I ordered the physical edition of this, I didn't buy the digital one, which I originally had on my 360, which is still there, I believe, and got my physical copy in late August. So, typical limited run waiting times. But this game, brilliant.
Did I can't remember if I learned this year or not. Game before manga? Or manga before game?
No, after this was tied into the movie.
But
So this is based on River City Rampage.
But the movie and the comic were finished around the similar time.
Yeah, so the comics
They fed into
the
each
comic
other.
started by the time he was writing the ending of the comic, which was volume 6.
Yep.
While he was also consulting on the movie.
Yeah, I never could tell because I only ever saw the film. I somehow missed that Scott Pilgrim was a thing.
Really?
Yeah. Braden just did his best Bond villain pose then.
I only found out about it because previous to owning Greenlight Comics, our very lovely Dan McGuinness, may he rest in peace, used to work in another comic store, which I used to frequent. And before we even thought about doing Hack the Dino, he said, "Oh, Ben, you like video games. You read Scott Pilgrim?" No, what's that? And he explained it to me. I went, all right, cool. And then that's it. Hooked.
I really should read it.
Speaking of Dan McGuinness, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, in the chat, the ghost of Dan McGuinness is there. Round of applause.
Chat is popping off.
Golf clap?
Golf clap.
Goddamn.
Well done. Dan McGuinness is here, everyone.
Hey.
His bodily form is here.
His
being-
spectral presence.
I only just noticed that number up there is pi. That's an Easter egg? Sure.
3.1416.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There you
cool game. Got the physical copy. It's just over there. I'd get it, but can't be bothered. You've all seen a physical
Trust me,
copy
I can see
before.
it.
On
Looks
January 20th, Hitman 3 was released.
Some guy did the first level of this in 9 seconds.
What? How?
Yep. Yeah,
It
I've
was
seen that clip.
ridiculous.
That
Some
clip
kid
is amazing.
How?
He ran into a specific point, looked up, shot, and then ran out before anyone else stopped him.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
it was
really
it was
impressive.
dumb.
That is
Like,
some Metal Gear Solid type meta game.
I don't like that shit because I don't find that fun, but I thought it was impressive.
Wow. And then, did you play Medium at all? Sorry, not Medium. Hitman 3, bro?
Braden. Sorry,
I
Braden.
didn't play it myself, but I watched a lot of people play it because they did a really cool thing with Hitman 3. They let you just play Hitman 1 and 2 in Hitman 3. So
Cool.
all the levels from this trilogy are in one game. And it's such a smart move. It's so cool. So if you buy Hitman 3, it might be a certain edition, I don't know. But if you buy Hitman 3, you have all these levels to do. And this game's really cool as a version of Hitman because you just can replay them with all these different parameters and scenarios. I've watched so many people play this game and it's great fun.
I really should have, because I really enjoyed the older Hitman from like PS2, PS3
I'm
era.
actually surprised you didn't play it because this seems like a real floppy game.
It is. I think it was just time of the year. Whatever else I had.
Or
Did I-
January, so there's
Yeah, I
life.
can't remember what I had. What was I playing? I might have been playing Miles Morales at the time.
Yeah.
No,
I think I was
that's
playing
important.
Miles Morales.
I highly
Important
recommend it if people check it out. If it's ever on like a sale or something, like just jump on it. Like it's real good.
Can I just point out in the chat, Dan Hitman, and he wrote rules with a Z. That's a man that you know is 40. I dig it.
On the 28th of January, we had The Medium came out. Our first big PS5 release of the year.
I didn't even look at this, eh?
Really?
No, I completely forgot it existed.
I remember Dan was really keen on it. It's a pity we can't get his thoughts. Maybe he can let us know in the chat and we can read it out. But Braden, did you play The Medium at all? It seems like a fun game that you'd enjoy.
Definitely a Braden game. Horror-based, story-driven, third-person, well, actually, no, fixed camera angles.
Oh, you'd love that, mate. That's not anxiety-inducing at all.
Yeah, nah, nothing. Definitely don't have any trauma from the PS1, PS2 from that.
Look at the lighting on that wall. I freaking love
tracing.
lighting stuff. Yeah,
Ray tracing's so good. No, but I did watch a clip of it because of Troy Baker. Troy Baker being in this game and being part of the vocal team that made the monster happen.
Oh, really?
And he's like hearing about it, him talk about it on Play Watch Listen, and then Alana playing it and just watching a little bit of that. He went into some really cool details into like how they created that voice, how it's not very much like digitally altered. It's just him doing that voice.
He's too talented.
He's scarily
He's
talented.
too talented.
Oh,
Do you know who else Troy Baker voices?
looks good.
Floppy.
Does he?
My actual voice doesn't sound like this at all. Yeah, I know. Hand up my butt like a muppet.
No, he is the voice of Jonesy in Fortnite.
I still don't watch any of the Fortnite. I just play the game. I never watch the
You
movies.
need to. The lore's so good.
Do I?
It's so corny. You'll love it.
I mean, I do love corny.
It's
I'm
great.
quite well known for loving corny.
Yeah. Floppy, you want to tell us about February?
Oh, yeah. Comes after January. And do you remember the Stadia?
Oh, Stadia doesn't ring a bell.
No, it was a thing that happened or tried to happen for a while. Google shuttered its internal Stadia games and entertainment division. Done. With plans to refocus the service as a publisher for third-party games. So that went real south real quick for them, didn't it? Hands up anyone that saw that coming.
We're all raising our hands for the podcast listeners.
Yeah, all of us saw that coming. That was just a schmozzle, wasn't it, from day
I just
dot?
want to say that when Stadia was announced, I think all of us said, yeah, this isn't going to last.
No, every
Because
single
it's
one of us.
Google.
They went, it's Google. It relies on streaming. Nah.
Especially in Australia, it was never going to hold up over here.
No, I mean, there are areas where it would have worked fine. I'm pretty sure Holland has pretty good Wi-Fi.
New Zealand's internet connection is 20 or 25%, no, not percent, times faster than ours.
Wow.
On a good
It's
day.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
So that happened. That got the plug pulled on it pretty quickly. Actually, one of the guys I really like listening to on podcasts, Jared Petty, went to work there.
He did. He doesn't anymore. He works at Limited Run now.
Oh, I did hear that. That's good because I like limited run. I think I found the limited run thing I'm going to buy.
What?
I'll talk about it later because we've got number 2 on February coming up.
Oh, okay. Before we do, I just want to say, Game Awards last year, Stadia was all over that, like paid for advertising and whatnot. This year, the Amazon Luna had all the ad space and Google was only advertising Google Play. So I think Stadia is officially
Done. See ya.
Gonski.
Rip.
Good idea. I just think too soon.
Now, number 2.
Number
coming
2
out in
on
February.
the second.
On the second, sorry, number 2. It just happened to be second. Control the Ultimate Edition. Now, we do know that Dan really liked this. I played a little bit of it when it first came out. It is such a beautiful game. I didn't play the Ultimate Edition. Did anyone else? Braden, have you looked at this?
No, I have not. I heard it did some really cool stuff, though. I've heard the DLC of this game is really good as well. I've only ever heard really good things about it, but I've never checked it out myself.
Do we know if the Ultimate Edition was DLC or was it an upscale one for PS5?
I think it was upscale for PS5
Yeah,
and then
that
the
sounds
DLC. So they had a add-on that was free and then they
Yeah.
had some DLC as well.
Yeah, for anyone who is seeing Dan in the chat writing skip, it's actually referring to SCP, which is a fun website that Dan's found out, which is all the stuff that Control has for its like fun item things that are like either otherworldly or possessed or something like that.
That's a man that likes that game.
You can go on that website, you can click on a random article number, and you will have the time of your life. It's so much fun. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, man, I really miss having Dan looking up weird stuff on the internet, telling me about it, and going, oh, okay.
I work with him, so I get it all the
used to
time.
You still get it, yeah. Okay, on the
Just
12th.
before we go there,
Yep.
it was also announced with the release of this game that it happens in the Alan Wake universe, which is something that will bring back later on.
Comes back in a loop. On the 12th, we had Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury.
Yeah. Good.
did
Correct
it.
name. Well done. Good job.
I freaking loved this game.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I'd played 3D World. Phenomenal game. Absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed. I counted Bowser's Fury as a completely separate game. Did you?
Yep. 100%.
And it was awesome. So much fun.
We've often spoken about this game, specifically Bowser's Fury, being that it was Nintendo sort of trying things out for a new way to do an Mario overworld. Because you know how, like, for example, Mario 64, the hub is the castle, and then you go into the levels through the paintings. This is sort of like the hub world, but also like has goals that you would sort of find. Yeah, it's really interesting. I can't really explain it really well.
So this game got me to play another game.
Oh, what's that?
So this game, you know how you had the little Captain Toad levels in this? I love them so much. I hunted down and found Captain Toad on the Wii U.
That's
Toad's Treasure
right.
Tracker.
And
And played through that.
You 100%ed it as well, didn't you?
I can't remember if I 100%ed it, but I finished it, which is something that I've been doing this year as a goal, is finishing games, because it's something I'm notoriously terrible at.
We're going to have to go through your list.
We do.
Games
I have it handy.
Oh, we will go through that a little bit later on.
I will also say with this, I just heard someone who's doing their own like end of year awards.
What?
Each day. Everyone does it apparently.
What?
Who'd have guessed?
That's ridiculous.
I know.
We've got the license. I'm
Sue.
going to the authorities.
Yeah, but this guy's Bill Clinton, and he's...
Yeah,
You don't
Bill
want to be on
Clinton's
any
game,
of Bill Clinton's list.
Game
Trust me.
Awards his list is wild.
You don't want to be on his laundromat list, that's for sure.
No, I heard them describe this game as the like perfect like proof of concept for whatever the next Mario game is.
Yes, that's
That's
probably
a
the better
really
way to
good
put
way
it.
of doing it.
Yep.
So I heard that and I was like, wow, he summed that up in one little sentence, which is really nice.
And that's why that person has a successful podcast, and you're listening to me.
Us, mate. Us.
Yeah. Okay.
There's two of us here.
I know, but you know. Hey, what's next?
On the 23rd of Feb, Persona 5 Strikers came out. I'd love to talk about a
Yes.
Persona game, but I'm pretty sure there's nobody in the chat that likes Persona whatsoever at
Really?
all. No, not,
Yeah,
not,
no one's sitting right next to you either.
not a single person in this chat.
I gotta say, like Persona 5, I know it's not the game we're talking about now, but Persona 5, that is a cool as shit game. You just feel cool playing it. Everyone's cool. They're all cool. You realize how cool you aren't, but man, what a cool game full of cool people. Oh, I wish I was cool. I just want my youth back.
I still haven't played a Persona game. I did get Persona 4 Golden to play on my Vita, but I haven't got around to it yet.
I did play this when it was as a demo for the Japanese Switch audience. Because you were able to do sneaky things and have a Japanese account and then access their store and then play the demo. It was good fun, good time. It was like a Musa fighter as opposed to an RPG, which is what the other games were like. It followed the storyline. It was basically a sequel to Persona 5. Continued the story on. They go on a little holiday trip around Japan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's almost a full-on sequel.
Combat looks very like Dynasty Warriors style. I think.
That's exactly what a Muso is.
Oh, good. Then I was right on ball. with
Good,
that.
good. Be on your balls. Be on all.
Oh,
the
no, I
balls.
did that another podcast.
You did that
I'm
last
not,
show, yeah.
I am not doing that again.
Oh boy. But yeah, from all reviews, very good game. As our fantasy critic showed, also a very good game. We'll be talking about the fantasy critic a little bit later on, but
I don't even know what that is anymore.
it was the first big old scoring game of the year. This one, and was the highest rated game for a very, very long time throughout the year. What's next, Floppy?
Last one for February on the 25th was the Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection.
Okay, so this game is a retro game, right? That they've remade. Notoriously hard.
Yes.
I hate this game.
I think
because
everybody
it is
hates this game.
So hard. And what did they do to make me not hate this game? Oh, we'll remaster it with new look graphics and make it look pretty. Except they didn't.
No.
They made it look like a
Looks shit.
It looks shit. Yeah, that's the best way to say it.
It looks like the character is made out of paper with little, like the little pins that make your legs move.
Yep, it looks like a Terry Gilliam cartoon. Now, for those of you who don't know who Terry Gilliam is,
Oh,
go look up Monty Python.
Watch that.
Well, be careful. Dan McGuinness in the chat has said it looks like a Flash game, and I think he's nailed it there. It absolutely looks like a Flash game. This game,
Bloody rubbo.
it's hard as nails. It's not. It's one of those games that's so hard it's not fun. It's not challenging. It's just like, I'll piss off. I don't want to play you. Yeah, you're better off downloading the
Cuphead.
Capcom. Oh yeah, that Capcom Arcade free download that you can get on the PlayStation and the Switch, and it gives you games for free to start off with, and then you have to pay money.
Drop my glasses.
Good.
While you pick them up, Floppy, I want to read this review from Michael Towns, who says, "Oh God, this is like the story of the ugly duckling, but instead of the swan, it grows up into an ugly adult duck."
It's just still ugly, but older.
So that's February. Braden.
Yes.
I think it's time we had our first award announcement.
Award time.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first award we're going to be presenting this night is Most Graphics.
Yes,
Now, if you're
great.
wondering what Most Graphics is awarded to the game which easily had the most graphics.
Ooh, it's a tough field this year. Who
It's
were
a
the
tough
nominations?
category. It's a tough category. There was a lot of games that came out this year. A lot of them very pretty. A lot of them, a lot of graphics.
But who had the most?
The most graphics. Now, nominees were Forza Horizon 5, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Death Stranding Director's Cut, Ratchet & Clank Rip Apart, Returnal, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then there were some other ones, because obviously this was something that the Hack the Dino community, the Hackadactyls, could vote on. And we got some votes for things like Final Fantasy VII Intergrade.
Well, actually, I gave specific instructions that anyone who was voting actually had to go through and count the graphics in the game,
Ah, yes.
and in order to get it right. So
That's
this is
a
a
huge ordeal.
This is a mathematical study into which game in 2021 had the most
And
graphics.
20 what?
2020.
Precise as my speaking is the announcement of this result. And Braden, who won?
With 30.48% of the votes, Ratchet & Clank Rip
Oh,
Apart.
well done, Ratchet and Clank. And here to accept their award are the game developers of Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, they're here. Oh, they're off camera. We can't fit them
They're
on
in the
camera.
bathroom, sorry.
Oh, it's a shame. But well done, Insomniac. That's a
They're
freaking
asleep,
beautiful game.
and it's not often Insomniac gets some sleep, so we're just going to let them rest over there.
Ooh, they're busy. They're busy. They got a lot of Marvel projects on the go. God damn, give them a break.
Okay, so moving on to March 2021. We had on March 4th the release of Crash Bandicoot. It's Dick Time.
Yeah, it's about time. I remember that.
Braden, do you remember Dick Time?
Dick time.
Yeah.
I must have missed that kids program when I was growing up.
Oh, that reminds me of something that happened today. No. Inside joke to everyone, sorry.
Oof.
No, if you bring up the cover of Crash Bandicoot, the highlight where it says About Time, it is underlined, and then they went above About, but it also underlines the DIC in
Bandicoot?
So it reads, It's Dick Time.
It's Dick time.
Anyway, this game came out. It was hard. I never played a lot of Crash Bandicoot because I'm a Nintendo fanboy, and Crash was heathen.
I played a whole bunch of the first one because it was the only game I had when I first bought my PS1.
Right.
I still haven't played this one.
Braden?
I played heaps of Crash Bandicoot games, even those shitty ones on the PS2.
Oh.
And I haven't played this one. I heard it was incredibly difficult, like
Didn't
the
we
originals.
live play this at Dan's?
And I don't.
No,
I don't believe I touched it at all.
I reckon we all live played this at Dan's.
Really?
Pretty
Yep.
sure we didn't.
Yep, pretty sure we did.
That's a long
Must have
time
been
ago.
memorable.
That's a long time ago.
It's good. Like, it looks real pretty, but it's just no different to the other ones, is it? Like,
They added like a couple little mechanics, but like
is
it's
it
still
dying?
just an
Is that
incredibly
what they added?
difficult
They added
platformer.
falling.
So, yeah, we'll see.
On the 9th of March, we had Microsoft's Xbox Game Studios complete its acquisition of ZeniMax and its subsidiary studios, which of course is a Bethesda, amongst the other ones, has since come out and stated what games will be Xbox exclusive, which include Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, and the new Indiana Jones game. Now, there was a lot of speculation as to whether it was going to be exclusive to Xbox or whether they were going to play nice and put these out on all the systems because, you know, a lot of money. Was it $4 billion or something?
Something like that.
You know, whether or not that it was going to be nice, as I just said. I don't know why I'm repeating words, because be nice, or going to, I don't know why I'm repeating words. That's going to mess with anyone who's listening to the podcast and know what I was doing.
Because they're going to be like, why is my podcast skipping?
Anyway, no, they're not going to be nice. They need exclusives, and they have purchased Bethesda as well as many other studios under the ZeniMax umbrella, and they are hoarding them all for themselves. And I actually really like this move. It's competitive. It's showing that they're not taking any prisoners, and it is going to make Xbox lift and actually become a real competitor to Sony and PlayStation once again. I'm all for it. Braden, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think it is a complete power move, and I very much expect that Sony saw this and went, "Oh shit," because like that's a huge get. And now with the amount that Xbox Games Pass has exploded, and is just like the biggest thing, like. There's rumors that Sony are working on their own thing, but I think they gotta hurry the hell up if they are.
I think they've already missed the boat.
It's a massive miss of the boat. Like, what are they gonna get exclusively on their thing when it's on everything else? Like, it's gonna be real interesting.
You think they've missed the boat?
For a Games Pass type thing, yeah.
Nah, man. Look at everything that they did well before Xbox. Look how far behind Xbox was, and look at them now.
But how many people who already, well, all right, let's say you're a console gamer who buys all the consoles that are out that generation, because that's what you can do nowadays.
Yeah.
How many people are going to get a subscription service for both consoles?
Oh, anyone that's got both consoles.
You reckon?
Why wouldn't you? You'd be dumb not to.
Brandon, what do you reckon?
I mean, if I had the funds, I would, depending on price points and all that jazz. I know there'd probably be a lot of people who would try to find ways to do like family passes to share it between friends and everyone chips in or something. But like,
I think Nintendo's the only one who's done that, hasn't it?
I mean,
I've heard quite a few people from this console generation saying that they're just going Xbox and having Games Pass, and then when consoles and games are put on sale, then they're going to pick up PlayStation to play the exclusives later on. People are kind of willing to wait.
I mean, if the Games Pass, if the Games Pass and whatever Sony's going to call theirs, the full 12 months is like the price of a game, if not less. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
One game.
Yeah.
Good point. Anyway,
It's very true.
One game for 200. Like,
I am very, very excited for what is to come in the next couple of years. Especially with Bethesda releasing games that don't have bugs in them, because Microsoft will go, what are you doing?
What are those?
What are you doing?
Have you ever played a Bethesda game on launch? They will always have bugs in them, man.
I'm saying that's when they were their own studio. Now that Microsoft is here going, nah, you're not releasing that.
We Are Robots has a very good point. Ratchet & Clank is still selling at retail for $120. Games Pass for a year is $120. Yeah.
It's a good point.
Very good. Very good
Very good point. Do you know what else you won't be playing on Games Pass, or any console for that matter?
Why would you play it?
Is the release of this game on the 26th of March, which is Balan Wonderworld.
Now, I'm pretty sure Dylan the Villain in the chat.
Look at that. Did you see that pop in? Brandon, can you scroll back?
All right. Give me
Look
a
at the
sec.
grass.
So, Dylan the Villain, I'm pretty sure. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure he platinumed this.
Yeah.
And he said it was the hardest platinum ever.
All right, we
Because
ready?
he just didn't want to play the game. I
Here we
think
go.
that's what he said.
Look at that pop in. That is unexcusable in our day and age.
Wait,
My
and then there's
goodness.
more here. Wait for it. There was more. What?
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Oh my! I've never seen gameplay of this game. This looks horrendous.
Well, it's even playing this game, like, you only have a jump button. Like, all 4 buttons on your controller, just jump.
You're kidding.
No,
what
that's
else
it.
do you do?
You
It's a
run and you
joke.
jump.
This is a joke, isn't it?
No joke.
Fuck.
You
me
run
dead.
and
that's
you
horrendous.
You run and you jump. That's it. That's the whole game.
Oh, I'm taking it off the screen. It's terrible. I can't stand that. That's so bad.
And then we had a follow-up to that. Well, not a follow-up, but it came afterwards, so kind of. So my segue made sense. Shut the hell up. Leave me alone. The 30th of March saw the release of a little indie game called Narita Boy. Now, I played this and freaking loved it, but it's very, very specific to a section of my persona that I love so much, which is
Tron?
Yeah, basically. it's Tron with swords, 80s synth music, 16-bit
great.
graphics. Oh, dude, it's such a good platformer.
How did you never play Flashback?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. But it was always too hard for me. and I haven't played it in recent years. Although I purchased it on the Switch,
Yeah.
and I just haven't sat down and played
It's so good.
But yeah, Narita Boy. Oh man, what a game!
This looks
Loved
great.
it. Look, just a beautiful, wonderful looking game. Great platformer, not too hard. Yeah, it's slightly tricky, but not too tricky. It's got a cool little storyline, and it's also on Game Pass. So everyone should go to Game Pass now if you have that option available and play Narita Boy because it is phantasmic.
Oh, shit. How much was it?
Free on Games Pass.
How much is it on Switch? I feel like this is a Switch game.
$15 or so.
Pay that.
It's a small indie game.
Oh, I'd see. I don't mind paying for those small indie games like
Because
that.
they're great.
And helping out developers, small developers,
Well, I
doing
mean,
all those things.
They get paid a lot for being on Games Pass as
Do
well.
they though? I've never
Yes, they
actually
do.
got an answer out of that.
So Phil Spencer, I think this year, came out and said roughly how it works, and they work out a price prior to putting the game on Games Pass that both parties are happy with.
I also don't trust Phil Spencer.
Really?
Oh, are you kidding me? He's like a used car salesman and Steve Buscemi pretending to be a young person.
So, because you're watching Phil Spencer, like he was just in the wings there, we were going to bring him out as a special guest, and now
Sure.
he's crying floppy.
If he's crying, he needs to harden up. He can't run a company if he's going to cry.
Well, he is under a lot of pressure, and you're just there being mean to
That's
Phil.
true.
Stop being mean to Phil Spencer, floppy.
I'm just saying I don't trust him.
What? That's mean.
not
Say it
mean,
behind
it's-
his back where he can't hear like everyone else does.
What did that corporate white man ever do to you?
Yeah.
Bloody
Hey,
with
Brayden.
his good hair and his sneakers. Oh, shit.
Brayden,
Hello.
it's time for another award.
Another award time. Time for the Best Remake of the Year award.
I love that this is a thing.
There's so many, we might as well.
These are all legit as well.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are. There's not really many bad ones here at all, which you wouldn't expect in an award show.
So what? Tell us what this award is about.
So this is awarded to the game that was remade the best this year.
Oh, good.
So it's the best remake of the old game that everyone played. Now there's the new version, which is a remake, but everyone played the new one.
Does that mean it had the best improvements, or the remake itself is
No,
better
it's just
as a
the
whole?
best. It's just the best. Did you not hear the description? It's very clear.
So if it's a remake of an already good game, it's already going in pretty crash hot on this one.
Okay, so it didn't have to make like super amounts of improvements.
Yeah, it might just look a bit prettier. Who knows?
You're the best.
Nominees were Mario Party Superstars,
it's a good game.
Pokemon,
Good game.
Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I had to
Oh,
remember.
that's what BDSP
I had to
is.
remember what BDSP meant.
Me too.
Mass
didn't.
Effect Legendary Edition.
Nice.
Famicom Detective Club.
Still haven't played it. Really
Me
want
neither.
to. Not paying $70 for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a full price game.
that's wild. Alex Kidd in Miracle World. And then we got some other votes from the crowd. What do you got thoughts on?
I was just
Simon?
going to say, I was in Shin Tokyo the other day, which is an import store over here in Adelaide, and I saw a variant or physical copy of Alex Kidd, but it had the old Sega Master System cover on
It's
it.
got a reversible cover.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I've got it too.
Okay, it looks so cool.
It
and I
does,
was
the white with
really
the-
tempted. Yeah.
Yeah.
The white with the blue crosshatch. And
I'm going to give a hot tip to We Are Robots in the chat. GTA is not winning. Definitely not.
GTA.
But other votes that we received were near replicant numbers, Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater. But
I've never heard of Fatal Frame, so sorry whoever mentioned that.
your winner for Best Remake of the Year goes to, with 39.19%,
Ooh.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Hey!
Well done, Mass Effect.
Well done to the folks at BioWare. I don't even know if they did the remake.
And
but
here's
good work.
Colonel Shepard to accept the award.
Fucking
Colonel?
Commander. He doesn't run fried chicken, mate. Or
He's got a
she.
great fast food
They
chain.
don't cook fried
Yeah, honestly.
chicken.
Actually, yeah, no. Only play as FemShep.
Yeah, of
FemShep
course.
all the way.
That's canon.
Well done, FemShep.
Okay, Floppy, April.
Oh, April. Okay. Not too much in April. We had Near Replicant on the 23rd, which is version 1.22474487113.
Numbers.
Pi. Near Replicant Pi.
That's also incorrect.
I never realized that that's actually the full bloody thing. It's ridiculous. Did you play Near Replicant?
I did not.
Still have not played Near Replicant.
I played Nier Automata. That was fun times.
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it for a while. Not enough to finish it, though.
So not enough to try give this one again. This looks really good, though.
Yeah, I know Triple Indie in the chat really enjoys the Nier games.
Yeah, no, cool. We also had out on the 23rd the Mortal Kombat movie.
That was a fun time. Horrible film, but a fun time.
I still have not made it through it. I've tried it 3 times.
Really?
I can't get through it. I keep falling asleep.
That's fair. Braden, what did you think of the Mortal Kombat movie on Millennial Movie Talk?
We enjoyed it. It was a good bit of fun.
It's just fun.
It's a good bit of fun.
It looks real pretty.
It's not trying to be anything crazy. It looks really good.
And I'll just point out that Braden and I are being really honest because we both went, yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, you did the Australian. You
raised your voice a little bit to convince others. It's good fun. What?
Josh Lawson completely stole the show as Kano.
Oh, I did like that. So the parts that I have seen,
He was
loved Josh
absolutely
Lawson.
excellent.
Can I give you just a little bit of inside
baseball?
Yeah, so this was filmed in Adelaide, South Australia, which is where we live. And I know not only the main stunt coordinator for the fight scenes for the movie, but also one of the stuntmen who's also been in The Wolverine and Pirates of the Caribbean and whatnot. And talking to them about Josh Lawson, allegedly he is rather difficult to deal with
I wouldn't
on
be
set.
surprised at that at all.
The story that was told to me in hearsay, so this isn't legally binding, was that they spent a long time choreographing a specific fight scene in the caravan between Josh Lawson and Sonya, which called for him to punch with his left hand. But Josh Lawson said that he didn't feel his character would punch with the left hand. He'd always go for his right hand, and thus held up filming because he didn't think.
That's great.
And he was also allegedly
Goddamn.
notoriously late to set because he was writing his own screenplay in his caravan
Fun.
on other people's
About
time.
a guy that's on a martial arts film.
Priorities.
So, allegedly.
It was also just good fun to look and be like, hey, that's Gawler Place. That's the U Park entrance on Gawler Place. We love it. Great work. No, it's good fun. And the amount of like people you hear who like know someone who got to be an extra during the fights, like the boxing MMA scenes. Or
I was supposed to be in that cage match scene.
Yeah.
But I couldn't go
They
because
got
I
heaps
work.
of people there for that. But yeah, it's good fun.
Good fun. You know what else is? Hey, good fun.
You know what else was good fun?
No, say it.
On the 30th, new Pokemon Snap.
It's good fun. Hey, it's good fun. It's good fun.
How did I describe this one? It was like Call of Duty for your kid.
Yes. Good.
It's an on-rail shooter for your kid.
I legitimately really liked this.
I love this game.
I enjoyed it. I
really
never
good.
finished it, but
I've been waiting for this game for 20 years.
Excellent.
It's
They
great.
did
It's
such a good job of like modernizing it. And doing it
exactly
a new way.
right.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon Snap for the 64, but the sequel and expanded everywhere. And then they released DLC later on in the year.
Yep.
I
Which
never
then
did
added
it.
more things to the old ones as well. No,
Yeah.
really
I never did
well
a
done.
deep dive on it, or I really looked into trying to get the best photos. I just had a cool time floating around and
But you
trying
go
to-
down different paths by. It's like a puzzle game.
Yeah.
It's great game.
yeah,
Freaking love it.
super wholesome. Nintendvania, thank you. Super wholesome. And just nice and chilled.
Yeah.
I did like trying to get photos that had Pokemon in compromising positions for like 20 minutes, but then I got bored
You're
of
a
that.
bad man.
Yeah, I've been
You're
called
a
worse.
bad man.
Been called much worse. Also on the 30th of April was Returnal.
Okay.
So a big game for the PS5. I heard how hard this was that you couldn't save your game when you want it, so I did not even touch it.
Yeah.
I'm notorious for not playing hard games.
Super fun though. Like those boss
Are you
fights.
playing it now?
No, I'm not playing it now. No, God no. I played a little bit of it. I borrowed my friend's disc after he finished it.
I thought you said I broke my friend's. I'm like, that's what I would have done.
No,
Oh, snap. It looks real good.
the fight, I really love the shmup. Like, some of the bosses that you come up against, like, they just fire wave after wave of these projectiles at you, and you have to dodge them while you're firing. And it just reminded me of a really cool shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
Like the old, even sort of like a 3D R-Type or something like that. You know, you have just a volley of bullets coming, you have to dodge them while you're shooting.
yeah, old
and it just reminded me,
1942 or something.
yeah, of that, but in a different, instead of 2D or top-down, in a 3D game. And it was cool. It was fun. I never finished it. I never got anywhere near the end, but it was a really, really cool and interesting story with really, really cool mechanics as well. I really enjoyed it. Braden, this also looks like one of your types of games.
Yep, definitely all the way up my alley. Loved those really spooky first-person house simulator parts.
What I really appreciate about how you played this, Braden, is taking it to an abandoned haunted house.
Yeah,
And taking your generator there and playing it
Yeah.
in the middle of a seance while spilling blood of innocence everywhere.
Yeah,
It was
you know
really
what?
good of you.
I really wanted the Goat Man to come and just take over for me. It was,
Well, he was your 2-player, wasn't he?
yeah, that was we took turns.
Yeah.
We did controller
Yep.
swap. It was
Yep,
good
yep.
fun. But yeah,
But that rotting flesh in his teeth, that was a bit of a
yeah,
distraction.
yeah.
Do you know what I learned in the last week? Speaking of seances and stuff, Ouija boards were just a toy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They're just a toy.
It was
Aren't
a board
they-
game
Yeah,
that
yeah.
then
Hasbro?
the occult took on because it sounded cool and
Aren't
creepy.
know
they
why?
a Hasbro thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
They're a Hasbro product, I think.
There's a
They
pop
are.
vinyl of a Ouija board now.
So yeah,
That's just a mini Ouija. What?
You can get no, it's got arms and legs. It's like its own
Oh,
little persona.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
You can also get a Barrel of Monkeys pop vinyl.
often when I'm playing Mario Brothers, I find Ouija board ring. Luigi's boring.
Okay.
Fuck
then-
you, Luigi, you green prick.
Whoa!
This is the only time I'll get to say it. Rest in peace, BuzzFeed Unsolved. You had your final episode this year. Well done. I look forward to those Ghoul Boys doing it. They're on their own YouTube channel.
I
without
cannot
BuzzFeed.
wait.
It's
I
gonna be
cannot wait, Brayden.
excellent. Oh my god. It's gonna be
Brayden, we
so
need
good.
to have a viewing party.
It's gonna be very good. I'm very excited. Oh man, it's so good.
Floppy, did I just take over your thing? I think I did, so you can take over mine. You can do May.
I just did all of April.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought I took over it.
You talked a lot about Returnal.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right.
Go for May.
Okay. I just wanted to hear you talk about the Epic Games versus Apple lawsuit.
No.
So the Epic Games versus Apple lawsuit was held from the 3rd of May to the 24th. Now, this was really long, really boring, and oh my god, it made my nose bleed. But I've got a couple of dot points that I will try and remember. Because I did research this when I was writing it. I've forgotten it all now because it was about 4 weeks ago. Okay, so basically, lots of boring bits, but Apple can't... the decision was Apple can't dictate where devs can charge for microtransactions. So Epic breaches contract with Apple by violating App Store guidelines. So Epic has to pay 30% of all money made to Apple, while the option to purchase away from the App Store was live, which equates to around $12 million US. In regards to Apple being a monopoly, the judge says that it isn't, but Epic didn't prove it to be, which leaves the door open for another company to come in and sue them again for being a monopoly, having the App Store. Basically, Apple won, Epic is appealing, and Epic isn't allowed on Apple devices anymore because Apple went, nah.
I might. Maybe I'll sue Apple.
Yeah, go for it. Why not? So, yeah, in conclusion, law is boring. On the 7th, we had Resident Evil Village become a thing that people could play. I don't think anyone enjoyed this game terribly, so we'll just move... All right, Floppy.
I love this game.
Yeah.
It's pretty well documented on the show that I like Resident Evil. I'm a fan. I like to talk to Braden about it because I know he'll never play it. Sometimes show him clips.
I still remember freaking Dan being like, "Oh, you have to watch this clip," and then bring it up on the work computer monitor while there was no other customers in the shop. He brings it up and starts playing it, and then just walks away because he doesn't want the spoiler.
Yeah, fair
But he
enough.
wanted my reaction to it.
And
Bastard.
he literally, for everyone else, if you haven't played it, he literally showed him, no spoilers, probably the creepiest and grossest scene in the whole game.
It's just horrendous.
It's the one that I hated the most. Like, it made me feel physically ill and disturbed.
It was nasty.
I loved this game. Like, I like this more than number 7 because, like, although number 7 was super scary, and I actually enjoy being scared. This one had nice little spots where you could catch your breath, and so I think it was a lot better pace because I wasn't terrified and full of anxiety the entire time. There was little moments where you could rest and feel safe, and then continue. And you know the puzzles were great. Had those Resident Evil puzzles that you get throughout pretty much the whole games. Match this to that, and you know little puzzle areas. The story was awesome. I liked the bosses. I like how it tied in right at the end, all the way back to the very first Resident Evil. Chef's kiss, great.
On the 14th, we had Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Brendan, did you play this?
I have not, but I'm very excited to at some point in time.
I believe the quote that I remember from you when this was announced was, "I cannot wait to skip Mass Effect 1 and go straight into Mass Effect 2.
100%. I will be doing that, definitely. I will just do the same thing I did with Mass Effect 2 back in the day when it came to PS3. Because Mass Effect 1 wasn't on PS3, it just gives you a little, like, comic thing, and you get to make the major decisions that play out the rest of the story. I'll just do the same again. Like, because
Can I just do that
gonna be
instead of
good.
playing all the games?
I mean, probably you could probably just work your way through like a flow chart
Yeah.
on like online.
Flow
Someone
chart,
just make a
yeah.
JPEG. You can play
Yeah.
a JPEG.
All right. Now we're talking. Floppy.
Yes, mate.
Mass Effect.
I got it, but because I never played Mass Effect back in the day, I'm well aware of. I'm well aware of it, and I would really like to. I just haven't had the time to invest in it, knowing that it's a bit of a slog, and there is 3 games that are a bit of a slog in there. I'd really like to though, because I want that to be a story that I have been a part of.
Also releasing the same day was Subnautica Below Zero, which was a sequel to Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Subnautica.
Get over here.
I brought this up purely because our guest was going to be questioned about it, but the guest isn't here. So, anyone play Subnautica at all?
I played a touch of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I played a little bit of Subnautica, the first one, and then I started being like, I think I'm just going to watch someone else play it. That'll be fun.
It was
and then
like
I watched someone else play it, and it was excellent. It was really cool.
It was like Ark Survival, but underwater with more tech.
Yeah, and like a bit of like more story to follow through.
Yeah.
They're giving you like pieces of this overall world puzzle that you can, find out what's happening and what's going on.
Speaking of survival games,
yeah.
do you remember that game we played with Dan that time called The Forest?
He still loves that game.
Does he realise a sequel is coming out next year?
Is there?
There is a sequel coming out next year.
I wonder if I'll be able to fall down the sinkhole in this one too.
And then get completely wrecked by a bunch of creepy monster people.
I just fell down the sinkhole, somehow survived, and then couldn't get back up.
That was wild.
If you got some time, check out The Forest Let's Play on the Hack the Dino channel.
It's a while back.
It is a while back, but Braden's very brave in that. He's a courageous person who battles all the fiends and doesn't scream at all.
Yeah.
You know what Braden was more courageous in, that I was actually showing someone the other day? The Let's Play from Friday the 13th.
Oh, that ended up being really fun.
That was fun because
great
the whole
fun.
time I just kept going, Braden!
It was the
Braden, I'm coming to kill you, Braden!
the
Great.
Let's Play parts that we've got, the best bits with the Benny Hill music
Even
around that car.
The background of us talking about this right now is the Predator Hunting Grounds game.
Oh, that was also great. We should
was
do
good
more
fun.
of these things.
And finally, another fun game to play with everyone else came out on the 21st, Knockout City, which is basically Fortnite Dodgeball.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Braden, I think it's time for another award.
You don't want to talk more about the Dodgeball Fortnite game?
I haven't really played it.
I haven't
assume
either.
Someone else.
I got it on PlayStation Plus, and I haven't downloaded it.
Same. It's in my
Me too.
library.
Yeah,
Probably won't
same.
play it. I know Kinda Funny really loved it. but-
Yeah, I think there was probably some money involved there. I don't
What? No. Lies. Braden, what's the time for?
Our next award,
Hey!
which is going to be going towards Indie Game of the Year.
Ba, 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 ba.
So this is awarded to the
Bum,
game that was
bum.
made by an indie this year and is the best.
Correct. Good description.
Our nominees are Death's Door,
Yes.
Hannah, Bridge of Spirits, Lake, Loop Hero, Little Nightmares 2, 12 Minutes, and Unpacking.
Oh. Each one of those games, I haven't played Lake or Loop Hero, but each one of those games are sensational.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they are all really high tier up their games.
Did you play Lake, Braden? I know you were hyped for it.
haven't downloaded it and I still haven't played it.
Oh,
but
okay.
I've seen bits and bobs of it and I didn't want to watch too much of it because I just want to play it and live in that world because it looks so nice and calm and just peaceful. But yeah, I think once I'm done with Unpacking, I'll probably get
Have you
through
played
that.
a short hike yet?
I got halfway through a short
Okay,
hike.
cool.
Yeah. And I will get through it. It will be good. But our winner for Indie Game of the Year with 26.34% is Death's Door.
Well done, you little magpie.
You little
Oh,
bloody
it's
magpie.
that one. I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out what the hell is Death's Door.
Great game.
I'm going to bring
Man.
up some footage of it now so that people can actually see it and know what it is.
Little magpie with a lightsaber. What more could you want?
Well, he's got an umbrella.
Ella.
that is-
Ella.
What?
That's Rihanna.
Pu-
Floppy. You know Rihanna? Riri?
It's one of those hip-hop musicians.
Oh.
They like the music.
Definitely not hip hop.
Sure it is.
R&B.
Yeah, that's the same
I
as hip-hop, isn't
disagree.
it?
I think your definition of R&B is very incorrect.
It rhymes. Ella. That's why it's hip-hop.
June.
Because it rhymes.
June.
I'm an old man and I'm
Some
not
things
very-
came out in June. On June the 10th, we had the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Dan didn't like the remake.
Yeah.
I wonder if he went back and played this.
Do you know why I didn't like the remake? Because Final Fantasy VII isn't a good game.
Oh, God.
Textures.
I've just started the video and I feel like I'm in a spoiler, but it might not be.
Oh, well.
I don't know. I'm going to skip back a bit.
I feel like just by you saying that it's not a good game, Anto now is in cardiac arrest on the floor somewhere.
He's going to appear behind us.
Yeah.
Just burst through the green screen.
He's just jumped onto the chat going, sacrilege! Have you played the standard Final Fantasy VII remake at all yet?
Yes,
Let alone
so
the integrate?
when I was younger and became obsessed with Chrono Trigger, I finished it for the second or third time.
Do you like Chrono Trigger?
Just a little bit.
Oh, right.
And I wanted to go looking for other RPGs because it was such a fantastic game. I thought, oh, well, Final Fantasy VII, I hear a lot about that. So I picked that up and wasn't impressed. It's not as good as Chrono Trigger, not even close.
So I did start playing the remake, and I was thoroughly enjoying it. I haven't checked it out, but when I go back, I'm going to go back in the integrate because
Yeah.
it looks better.
I played the demo
Yeah.
for the remake, and I honestly didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, right. What did you
me.
like about it?
I
Giant
just
swords, the
seems-
physics, giant swords.
I don't know if I didn't enjoy the world. I didn't enjoy playing it, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah, no, that's fine. Fair.
just the way it handled, it just for me seemed a bit clunky and stoic and just not very charming.
Do
Yeah,
you
fair
want
call.
Anto to come back on the show next
Yeah.
year?
I think he's had a heart attack, so it's not good. This is just me. I'm not casting aspersions. People like different things, and I just didn't really like this game. I didn't enjoy my time with it, so I didn't like. That's what demos are for, to see if you want to purchase something.
There was a game that came out on the 11th.
Yeah,
Very special game.
yeah. Ooh. Very special game.
Yeah, everyone was looking forward to this.
Really?
Lots of people played it. Played
Oh,
it.
yes, I know exactly what.
I know,
what
yeah,
it
you
is.
know where I'm
Yeah,
going.
I know. It came out on
Game
the
Builder Garage.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
nothing else important came out that day.
The only game to come out on this date. No need to talk about anything else.
No, Brayden, you got something to say?
What's this?
This is the epic release from the 11th of June.
The only game worth talking about.
Game Builder Garage, where you get to build your own games
Right.
Yeah.
in
Okay.
state-of-the-art graphics.
It looks it for
They got apples,
2005.
apples, and speech
Apples.
bubbles.
I believe this is how Balan Wonderworld was developed.
Yeah, look at that. You get a pong paddle.
Oh, that's good shit right there.
Also, was I think Ratchet and Clank came out on.
Oh, yeah.
No one liked that one.
No. Hey,
Braden, did you like? Did Braden
we've
like
given Anto a heart attack and Brayden a heart attack. We've got no one left to run the show.
Wait until I tell you what I really think about Metal Gear.
Oh, well, I'm dead then.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Man,
all
it's
yours.
all mine, baby. So many dad puns.
Ratchet and Clank is my game of the year, and it's freaking amazing. It's top tier. It's one of the best games on PlayStation 5 that you can play right now. It's a must-have if you have that damn console. It's brilliant, and I could rave about it forever, but I don't want us to go that far over time, so I'm going to leave it at that.
He's unmuted us now.
Yeah, okay, good.
Oh,
He
fuck.
muted us so that we couldn't sully the good word of Ratchet and
My
Clank.
goodness.
Thank you.
got
No,
all
it
the
was pretty
control.
good. Ratchet and Clank is pretty good.
It's pretty damn good.
It
Looks
is
wonderful.
pretty awesome. You haven't played it yet, have you?
I've not, no.
I finished it. Braden's 100%ed it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did not 100%, but I did finish it. Yeah, beautiful game. Must have for anyone that has a PS5 that wants to see what the graphics can do on that thing.
I got to say, I really do want to play it.
You will
looks great.
really enjoy it, Ben.
Just borrow my copy.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah.
Done.
You will really enjoy it.
On the 12th to the 15th, we had E3 2021 as an online event. The announcements from E3 were the Elden Ring release date, which was January 21st. Starfield footage shown. Pretty sure that still thing's never coming out.
No, it's coming out.
Yep. Breath of the Wild 2, also never coming out.
Shut the up, floppy.
That's
That's all you're getting.
Guardians of the Galaxy revealed, which became my most anticipated game and my most nerve-wracking game. Avatar game was revealed. Tiny Tina's game was revealed. Tiny Tina Wonderland. So the side character from Borderlands 2.
Voiced by the incredibly charismatic Ashley Birch.
Yes.
And her brother, Anthony Birch, is a good person.
Okay.
I'm putting my flag in the sand right there.
Just
I
give me
said-
familial shout-outs.
That's right.
As a good
All
person.
the Birches are just great.
Not the greatest hill you're going up on there.
Yeah,
but
but
it is-
yeah.
Well, there's only two of them, right?
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Forza
if
Horizon
you
5
walk
was
there.
announced.
What?
All the real cars.
Real cars?
Real cars was announced.
Real cars.
And Outer Worlds 2 was announced, which Braden, I feel, had some thoughts on.
Yeah, I really liked their trailer. It was just really cheeky, and this was for anyone who has forgotten it because, you know, it's pretty forgettable. It's forgettable because it's so generic.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
the point of the trailer. The whole point was that it's every cinematic announcement trailer you've ever seen to a video game, but the narrator is making fun of the fact that it's that and how they don't have enough assets or any gameplay ready to show.
And that these assets won't appear in the final game.
Yeah,
It's just something they put
it's
together.
a very cool monster. You will not be able to fight it in the final version of the game.
What you actually get is Game Builder Garage.
Yeah, but yeah, I really liked their joking around at that, and I feel like for E3, I think everyone needed that.
It's very meta.
Yeah,
So,
good fun.
speaking of E3, did you think it's still relevant?
No.
I liked it. I liked what it has evolved into.
But,
I found this a lot easier to take in.
well, it's because you didn't miss anything. Because, like, being in Australia, a lot of the stuff happens while we're sleeping because old men. So, a lot of the stuff happens and we don't get to see it live. Whereas, being a digital event, we could just download it on
Just
YouTube.
watch it whenever.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. It didn't have all the fluff in between. It was just, this is what's happening. I found it a lot more value for money. I'm cool with E3 being that from now on. On the 15th, speaking of things that aren't value for money,
Sure.
the Atari VCS was released. Sort of.
Oh,
Was it?
do you remember what's the Atari VCS, Floppy?
It's an Atari console
Yep.
that costs you like $1,000
A modern Atari console
and
that costs
plays the
$1,000.
same fucking
No,
games.
they're remade. Instead of just 4 colors, it has like, what, 6? 8?
6 or 8 cars.
They've remade them.
This thing is ridiculous. No killer apps. Have been updates, but they didn't really do anything.
No.
They also brought, you got the Atari joystick, still with the one button
Yep.
and square so it hurts your hands.
So what did it actually come with? I remember E3, was it last year or 2 years ago, where they invited journalists up, been
Yep.
2 years ago before the pandemic, of course. They invited journalists up to a room to have a look at the Atari VCS, and these journalists thought they were going to get, you know, a look at it operating and working, they'll be able to play it.
No, they got to look at it.
You got to look at a plastic version of the case. And that was it.
Not even
You
the-
got to look at it, hold it a bit, and then put it down.
And then that was it.
There was no gameplay. There was no internals.
Well, they don't need to. They'd all played Atari in the 80s.
I don't know if they were
That's
like
all
trolling
it is.
them or...
Look at this thing.
Yeah. Now,
It's ridiculous. It's got, I mean, it's still got the wood grain, which is kind of cool. But
did you know someone who picked this up?
I don't know them personally, but
you know of
I
someone.
know I am an acquaintance with someone who ordered everything. The console, which came with the controller and a gamepad, and ordered an extra gamepad and an extra controller. They spent well over like $1,500 on this thing
Wow.
to play Missile Command.
What you can do on your phone.
Good one. What a piece of rubbish.
God.
Oh no, that's got a cool button.
I know a friend of the show, Mr. A Game, thought this was just hilarious. Like, he could not get over it.
Thought you were going to say that he thought it was really cool. I was like, man, now I've just dissed out Mr. A Game.
No.
Far out.
But of course, we've got the Amico coming out soon as well, which we've covered on the show.
Your Mickle Vision.
The Amico Vision. Oh, boy. You know, just because you can bring out consoles doesn't mean you should bring out consoles.
Correct.
Apart from that KFC one that cooks chicken.
Oh.
That needs to come out.
No. Just no.
Speaking of cooking chicken,
Or no. Doki Doki Literature Club.
Doki Doki.
Did you play it?
I loved this game. I
Plus.
put Dan onto this. So this was Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which came out on the Switch. It looks like a visual novel where you play someone who is... All right, let me start that sentence again.
Please.
It's a visual novel where there are 4 classmates who are trying to romance you, and how you reply determines which classmate you eventually fall in love with.
My God, these people and I went to very different schools.
However,
Ben, that sounds like 875 games that are released on Steam every day.
It does.
What makes this one different?
I don't want to give it away,
Fair enough.
but
No, give it
holy
away.
shit, there is a massive twist.
Can you please give it away?
No.
Oh.
No. I might talk about it in Dino More for the Patreon supporters. We'll talk about it a little bit then in our post show. But yeah, needless to say, if you do pick up this game, if you are triggered easily by acts of violence and self-harm, do not pick up this game, please.
Okay.
I am not triggered by that sort of stuff. And the first twist that I saw, I remember going, oh fucking hell, closing my laptop and walking away. Like, it's big time shocking.
Yes.
So just take that into consideration before you play this. But if you think you're okay with that sort of stuff, yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
I was actually really surprised it was released on Switch because of the way it goes. However, the ending, the twist at the end is so amazing and meta, and I freaking love it. Great ending. Amazing ending.
I think I'm probably good.
Yeah, you could probably skip it pretty easily, but it is really, really cool. Yeah. Okay. Do you know who else is really, really cool? Like, super cool. Like, the coolest ever.
Nicolas Cage.
Besides Nicolas Cage.
Oh, Patreons.
Patreons, the wonderful people who support this show.
Even read anymore. Ah! I can't even do it anymore. I have to finish this game.
Thank you very much to Mr. Michael Towns of Game Boy Games for
Boy
supporting the
Games.
show throughout the year, as well as many, many other years that he has been a wonderful supporter. He's in the chat now, so everyone, just give Michael Towns a big round of applause.
Thank you, mate.
What a freaking amazing person Michael
Really
Towns
thought you were
is.
going somewhere else. Then. Whoa.
Michael Towns, what a wonderful, beautiful person.
If you would like to be
a beautiful person.
a beautiful person. No,
This-
you're all beautiful people.
No. If they want to be more beautiful,
Yes, if they want to
if
increase
they
their
wanna-
Beautifultifulness,
it's scientifically proven. If you head on over to patreon.com/hackthedino,
Okay.
or just to hackthedino.com and click on the Patreon button.
Linktree.
Linktree, yeah, but hackthedino.com. Anyway, if you do that, pay as little as $1 a month,
$1.
join the private Patreon Discord, you become physically more attractive.
Yeah, it's true. That's how I
But
got
you
hair.
also become a more horrible person
That's how Ben lost his hair.
and became a very horrible person.
Yeah, the more horrible you get, the less hair you have.
That's true. That's a fact. That's a science fact. That's why balding's here.
But you know what? Also, it works exponentially too. So if you donate $2 a month, you not only get to go to the private Hack the Dino Discord, but you get your name added to the list that scrolls down below.
There they are. Look at
there.
all those wonderful people.
Look how they're super beautiful,
They are. Do you know how attractive they are?
quite attractive,
Super attractive.
very attractive, but
Not bald.
not quite as attractive as the people that donate $10 a month.
Although, the $10, like, they're
$10 a month,
breathtaking.
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 So they also get access to an extra monthly show called Dino More, which is something that we film separately.
It is.
And just for those guys,
Yep.
for those peeps. You would like to know which peeps I hear you say?
I know, but you know who they are because you'll be walking down the street and go, who is that,
That
attractive
beautiful-
person? Wow, they must be a $10
That must be
Patreon.
Karen Knight. No. It's Dylan the Villain.
Oh.
Or is it Triple Indy? Possibly Mike Towns. Could be Ash Knight. Probably Game Boy Dad. Or
Game Boy
Is it?
Dad.
No. Hey, it's Anto.
Hey, Anto.
Beautiful people.
Beautiful.
But there is the $15 a month people.
Those people are next to godliness. Like, they are...
They are next to God.
They float above the ground, blessing all us commoners with their malevolence.
Yeah, a little bit scary sometimes, but like scary beautiful. They do all of the above, but they also have their post show and a chance to choose a song on Braydan versus the World.
Not anymore, because we're cancelling Braydan versus the World after this final show.
It's cutting.
But We are. Should we do it here?
Yes, let's do it now.
Should we announce it here?
We are getting a brand new game.
Brand new game.
What type of game is it, Brand?
It's going to be a multiple choice game.
And it is called
You can do it.
Quiz on Your Face.
That's right.
I am so keen for this and just saying that a lot.
So be sure to join us in the new year so we can quiz on your face.
Yes, that's a short right there. I can't
That's
wait
what
for this
they
game.
said.
But there's one more thing to do.
We do.
We have the top tier God Hand level.
God hand.
God Hand.
Let's call that the God hand level.
God Hand level.
God hand level.
$25 a month.
In the recognition of Michael Towns of Game Boy Games.
God hand
and their
level.
God hand.
You can supply us with a video or advert for yourself, your product or service, and that gets played. Yeah, maybe you clean consoles. I don't know. That's where I was going. You
Actually,
weirdo.
Michael Towns does clean consoles.
There you go. Townsy, make an ad for that. And we'll play that for you and advertise you and yours. Thank you.
What?
I don't know. You and your stuff.
Thank you, Patreons.
Thank you very much, Patreons.
This is for you, Patreons.
Beautiful.
We love you more than Floppy's quiches.
Yeah,
'Cause-
no, I mean, come on, don't get crazy.
What?
Thank you for allowing us to do the stuff that we do and have fun doing it.
Yeah, it really means a lot. I don't know what else to say other than we really appreciate each and every one of you, even though we don't show it much.
Well, I do.
No, we do. I take that back. We do a lot for you.
Yeah.
So thanks. It's
Yeah.
a good barter system we have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You.
And you. Thank you.
Them? Really?
No. There.
Oh, no, that's fair enough.
You know who you are.
I'm glad this isn't on the podcast. Hey, this doesn't make it to the podcast. So does anyone want to say anything slanderous to the podcast listeners?
Losers.
Cool.
Whoops.
Before we get started on part 2 of the year that was 2021, I forgot what year we're in.
Well, 20-something.
It's hard to remember that it did change over from 2020
Who
to
knows?
2021
Yeah,
at some point.
Like the 24th month of 2020, isn't
Exactly right.
it? Yeah. We have each and every year a little fantasy critic where, Brayden, do you mind going through the fantasy critic rules? Because you describe it a lot better than I can.
Fantasy Critic is basically fantasy football, but with video game scores. So this website, Fantasy Critic,
Sure.
Fantasy
Skrillex, where he comes
Fantasy
and raps for you.
Skrillex, where you imagine Skrillex in your home doing absurd tasks for you.
Man, that'd be great.
God damn. It'd be so
I know
weird.
someone who'd love that.
Yep, I really nailed the description really nice and succinctly, didn't I?
We pick games, they get scores, someone
we
wins.
each take turns picking games that are coming out this year, hopefully, and we get scores on whether or not their Metacritic or OpenCritic score is above a 70.
That's right.
And last year, Ben went away with the prize.
Thank you.
He did.
Thank you. I won. So this year we had 2 fantasy critics going. We had one for our beloved Patreons, which, if you're interested, after this little description, want to join, head on over to hackthedino.com, click the Patreon button, and for as little as $1 a month, you can get into our Patreon-only Discord, and you can join in the Patreon Fantasy Critic.
The more people we get, the more interesting and intense it is.
Absolutely. And we all camp,
What?
because we're intense.
Oh, that's worse than mine.
So we had 2 leagues. Obviously, I'll go into the host league, which was Brayden, Floppy, and
I wasn't in that one.
But we also had the Patreon league. And this year,
I also wasn't in that one.
the Patreon league was absolutely destroyed and obliterated by Patreon supporter Dylan the Villain.
Well
Well
done,
done,
Dylan.
Dylan. Absolutely annihilated
Dylan.
everyone. I think Brayden was second and I was third.
It was a massacre. It was a complete massacre. Dylan absolutely destroyed him, so everyone
just
should
nailed-
very much cheer for Dylan right now.
He nailed everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
Can you bring that up at all, Brayden? Is it possible to bring up that fantasy critic so we
Yes,
can have a
I
look
can.
at some of the scores that you and I got? Who
Let's have
gained
a look
second and
here
third,
and
Brayden,
and
work
other
your magic.
people, other people who didn't make it
Okay,
so well.
Forgot that was a thing.
Sorted by score. Here is the results of the,
Of the first
Hack the
4
Dino
people.
Patreon League.
Who's that down the bottom, Floppy?
Is it? I don't know.
I'll read. So the Patreon.
I don't know. I can't say I haven't got my glasses
The
on.
podcast people obviously can't see the score, so I'll read out the final scores.
Oh, thank you.
Dylan the Villain of League of Villains Studios got a final score of 136.76. Braden Dixon of Greenlight Games got 111.73. Benjamin.
Mind you, that's over 20 less than Dylan.
Yep. Coming up in third place was me, Benjamin, with Super Nintendo Games at 93.16. Followed by Triple Indie of AAA Indie Games with a 51.28. Game Boy Dad 89 of Filthy Casuals Incorporated with a 49.6.
Great name.
Mike Towns, who didn't really understand the assignment and only managed to get 4 games before losing all his money. So he only had 4 games. The rest of us had what, 10?
Yeah.
Everyone else had 10. Michael Towns only chose 4 because he misunderstood the rules. Got 79.36. And then someone who had...
No, you got 25.71.
Okay, sorry,
wrong
my bad.
Category there.
My bad. And then someone who had a full range of games and counter picks and still had money left over and knew how to play the game because they'd played previously, so there wasn't going to be any misconceptions. Coming in dead last...
2 years in a row, might add. Consistency is the key.
From Flip Flop Gaming Media...
Oh, sounds familiar.
Our own Floppy Starrick with a pathetic 22.56.
That was me. I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, Jeebus.
I will say, speaking of speeches, Floppy.
Yes, mate.
I have received a wonderful little speech from the winner of the Hack the Dino Patreon League, Dylan.
By all means, let's please listen to that instead of what I was about to say.
Are you ready? Here we go. So
Yes.
this is straight from Dylan the Villain, winner of League of Villains Studios. I've accomplished many things in my life. I went to school in Japan. I won numerous gold medals in Taekwondo. Traveled the world. Earned my diploma despite all odds against me. But none of them have come close to how accomplished I feel taking first place in the Hack the Dino Patreon Fantasy League. Sure, it was just a contest between friends and gamers alike, but considering I had no clue what I was doing when I started this,
Making me look shitter
to
now.
me, that's a big bloody deal. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you, Dylan.
Well
Round of
done.
applause for Dylan the Villain. And Dylan, true to our word, I did say your prize was literally in the mail. Guess what? It's not in the mail anymore.
Nope.
Dylan the Villain coming your way is this very lovely, very special Hack the Dino, Harness the Power of Podcasts cup. Just for you, Dylan, signed by each member of the Dino cast. Look at that. That's all for you, buddy. We'll give that to Braden, and you can call into Greenlight Comics and pick up your brand new, very sexy mug designed by our own Braden Dixon. Look at that. Look at that wonderful thing. I'm really impressed with this mug. It's really good
Are
quality.
you going to order one for
I
yourself?
might drink out of it before we send it away.
Where can I get a mug like this?
Oh, I tell you what. HackTheDino.com.
HackTheDino.com and just click the merch button. Head on over to our Redbubble store. You can get t-shirts, you can get mugs, you can get stickers, you can get clocks. You can get clocks on there.
You can get what?
A clock.
Oh, clock.
Yeah, and probably one of them as well. Shaped like floppy.
You're welcome.
The mold was too much. So just very, very quickly, we also had a host fantasy critic where the 3 hosts here all jumped in and put their picks. It was 15 games we had, Braden?
So we had a couple more games. I believe we ended up having 14.
14 games to choose from. Last year I won it. This year I was a little bit apprehensive because I thought Deathloop wasn't going to come out, so that was one of my counter picks. Now, if your counter pick scores over 70, you lose those points. Deathloop did come out, and Deathloop scored very, very well. In fact, I lost 18 points. 18 points off my score. But it doesn't matter, anyone, because you're defending, reigning, and still two-time winner of the Hack the Dino Fantasy Critic, standing at 6 foot tall and weighing in at 82 kilos. He is the champion, Ben Rosenthal.
I think you just quizzed on your face because that was a lot of self-gratification.
I won. 2 years in a row.
Did win.
2 years in a row,
I
baby.
think we
I won.
We should scroll down and just see. The only reason I didn't win, a lot of games didn't come out.
Yeah, because you don't know how to play the game. That's like playing baseball, hitting the ball and going, I would have scored a home run.
Yeah,
I don't
because
need
I've
to.
got like games to play and life to live, mate.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a good way. Like, if I was coming last on 2 separate competitions for the same game, I'd make excuses too. That's quite all right. But, third place, that's okay. But first place for the real quiz, that's... I got to say that I am great. I really didn't work hard. I just know a lot about everything. And
you will not. That's not true. You would not believe the amount of hours he's agonized over this, planning every little thing.
Say, for the amount of times that we would hear from Ben, like a week after he'd done something, being like, I did a very cheeky little swap where I dropped a game and then brought it back, and I dropped another game and got another game.
That was like Breath of the Wild was one of my picks, and I was just I dropped it like a week before E3 came out. So if they announced that it wasn't coming out, I wouldn't suffer that 0, and I could choose another game and get the points. And because I knew no one would notice or no one would go back to it, I could do all these little sneaky... Yeah. I spent a lot of time on this game.
I tell you what
I put the effort in and I reaped the rewards because that little gold crown is staying next to my name for another year.
I picked games and then that was it.
Floppy did the first 10 minutes and then went, I'm done.
And I will just add, the games of mine that didn't release... Epic picks. If they had released, would have beat you.
Yeah,
totally,
big time.
Totally.
Like you
look at my picks.
Horizon Forbidden West, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Forza Motorsport, Prince of Persia remake.
That might not
Gran
have won.
Turismo 7, Dying Light 2.
If all of those games had come out,
Goddamn.
Whoo, I think I only lost points on one game or two.
You lost points on your counter picks.
That's right.
Battlefield and
Battlefield.
What was the other
okay,
one?
so 4 games.
So you still would have lost majorly. Not as badly, though.
Probably not.
But Braden and I were neck and neck throughout the whole year. I think it was the only the release of Halo. So I still had money left.
Yep.
I still had a pick left because as soon as I won, I dropped my last game, which was...
the Gunk?
The Gunk.
Should I look up and see what the Gunk is sitting?
Yeah, have a look. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And again, if you want to join in, head on over to hackthedino.com, click the Patreon button. Little as $1 a month, you get access to the Patreon-only Discord, and then you can join in the Fantasy Critic fun that we will be doing after our first show in January, which I believe is January 7th.
You would have got 2 extra points, Ben.
You got like 2 months. Jump on, $1 a month. Come and join us. Have some fun. Watch me lose again, probably.
Joining us in mocking Floppy.
And enjoy watching Ben just gloat over every little detail and every little decision that he makes. Yeah. It's probably got a journal.
Dream journal.
Yep.
Speaking of dream journals, July was a dream for many because we had some really cool games come out.
We actually did.
On the 16th of July, we had The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD remake come out. Not a remake, just a up-res. I own this, still haven't played it because it's a shit game.
I would call it. It was remastered because it was at least it had taken out the necessity to use motion controls and you could use standard controls. Mm-hmm. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I haven't finished it. I'm going to go back and finish it. I liked it.
The motion controls weren't the major problem.
What was the major problem?
For me, the major problem was that you kept revisiting the areas over and over and over again, and that like. The beauty of a Zelda game is when you do revisit areas, there's something different to do, or there's something different to discover, or you've got a new power-up so you can get to that heart piece, which you couldn't get before. Whereas this one, you were basically doing the same thing, like the same puzzles. It wasn't really enjoyable. This is one of only 2 Zelda games that I haven't actually finished.
What's the other one?
Zelda 2, Link to the Past. Not Link to the Past.
Oh, is that the one that wasn't actually a Zelda game, but then became a Zelda game?
No, it's a side-scroller.
Yeah.
It's an actual release.
Oh, okay.
Just stupid hard. It's an RPG. If you grind at the start, you're fine, but I just haven't had time to sit down and actually do it.
There you go.
Braden, did you play this Skyward Sword game?
Nope.
Cool. Good. Yay. On the 20th of July, we had Death's Door come out. We've spoken a bit about Death's Door. It's a really, really cool top-down adventure.
Magpie.
Yep, Little Magpie made by a Brisbane company. Fantastic times and fun for all. So, yay. And on the 12th of July, Pokemon Unite came out. It's a free-to-play Pokemon MOBA. Apparently, it's super broken now, so no one's actually playing it.
Didn't even look at it.
Yeah, your basic MOBA.
Imagine Dota.
It's exactly what it is.
It's way grosser, which is a massive step because Dota, people know what Dota players are like. And then imagine Nintendo put a skin on it, and imagine it begged for your money constantly.
Oh, it didn't beg.
Yeah.
It didn't beg. It more...
Demanded?
What's the word? Yeah, demanded.
Demanded.
Yeah, good way to put that. But yeah, incredibly broken now. Not even Pokemon fanatics actually play. I listened to a Pokemon podcast called It's Super Effective, which is really, really fun. Almost as good as this podcast, but not quite. But they were playing it a lot and then just went, no, it's too broken, can't play it. To buy a skin, how much do you think a skin on a Pokemon game would cost, Braden?
$1.99.
$1.99, so as in $199 or $1.99?
$1.99 US.
Okay,
$4.99.
$4.99 US. The high level skins are $40 US
Eat a dick. What?
for a skin. $40.
For a skin?
They've released 3 of these skins so far, and they're
That's
$40
gross.
US. Yeah,
Surely no one has bought that,
People have
right?
bought them.
That's disgusting.
people have bought them and wear their little
that's,
skins.
That's where humanity is fucked.
Oh, just there. That's it. That's the only problem. That's the only reason.
I will say it comes to Netflix at the end of this year, but Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio and everyone. Oh boy, humanity is straight up.
Oh yeah. Saw that trailer. You've seen that film, haven't you, Brad?
I have.
Good film.
What are we talking about?
Very good film.
New film
Very good
coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio and
Jennifer Lawrence.
And
Jonah Hill and Meryl Streep and Kate Blanchett.
What is it called?
Don't Look Up.
Oh, I thought you would. Yeah, anyway.
Braden,
Hello.
time for another
I love
award.
this award.
This is an amazing award, folks. This award in the Hack the Dino Awards is At Least You Tried. And that
gave
is
it a shot.
games in name only. Games that tried to be a game, but didn't end up being a game.
How many entries are in this one, Braden?
We have 4 entries. And
the first one?
Nominee number 1.
So I should point out, all these are voted by the Hack the Dino community.
Yep.
The Hackadactyls out there all had the opportunity to go and vote for these. So if you don't agree with one of the results from At Least You Tried award, if you
Yep.
don't think your game that wasn't a game, that failed miserably, didn't achieve what award status you wanted, let us know. Write in, join the open Patreon, the open Discord over at bit.ly/hackthedino. Jump in, let us know which one of these games should have won. At Least You Can Try. Sorry, Braden, go ahead.
That's all right. I just want to preface that the winner of this did win by a whopping 47.83%.
Which
Now,
actually confuses me.
your nominees are nominee number 1, Balan Wonderworld.
Yep.
Understandable.
Understandable.
Very
Okay,
understandable.
you tried.
Yep.
All right. Nominee number 2.
Nominee
Braden?
number 2, Balan Wonderworld.
Oh, you played that one.
Yeah, I tried, but it was pretty rubbish.
Nominee number 3, Balan Wonderworld.
I missed that one.
I skipped it.
I
I
skipped it,
knew
yeah.
I knew there was something dodgy about it.
And nominee number 4 got slammed by the critics, Balan Wonderworld.
Oh, I know someone
yeah.
who played that.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I know someone who platinumed it.
Whew, me too.
Silly.
I used to know someone who played it.
Oh.
And the winner is Balan Wonderworld.
Hey,
well done, Balan
congratulations,
Wonderland, for
creator of Sonic, who got
trying.
fired.
I will say, weird that everyone just picked the first one. Like the voting.
It's not
didn't
weird.
really-
It's laziness.
the voting didn't like get like mixed up between the 4 at all. A lot
No,
of people just voted
I
for the
think
first
it's
one.
pretty much a scrolling down, answering these questions. Like you just click.
top
and they
on,
went,
top on, top on, top on, number AAAC.
No,
AAAC.
no. If only it was that. No, it's more.
Oh, this looks.
Oh
so
yes,
shit.
Ben, you're very funny.
Oh, this looks so shit.
No one said that.
No, it was with an eye roll. You didn't hear
Oh,
the eye roll.
I did not. Sorry for the podcast listeners. You didn't see or hear his rolling of the eye.
Oh my god.
Do you know what else was rolling?
August?
August came
rolled
rolling
on
on
through.
in, rolling in.
It did. We had, there was a bunch of stuff in August.
It was a good month.
On the 11th of August, Boyfriend Dungeon.
Yes, great game. Give us the basic principle of Boyfriend Dungeon, Floppy.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
Oh, okay.
But is
Basically,
this the one where you date your weapons?
it's a dungeon crawler. You go in, you get a weapon, you come out of the dungeon, turns into a person, you date that person, get all lovey-dovey romantic, then go back into the dungeon, they turn back into a weapon, and you use it to kill and stab things.
Please tell me, what do we play this on?
You can play it on Xbox Game Pass. You can play it, I think it's on Switch.
Can I play it on PS5?
Ooh, is it on PS5?
Because if this is on PS5, this is what I've been looking at since August, and I thought it was really cool. I've never really got into a dungeon crawler.
You've got an Xbox. Why don't you just put it on Games Pass?
Well, we're going to get to that bit in a minute. And so I do want to try one, and I thought this was a really good one, and I'd love to stream it. As someone who hasn't played one of these before, and I don't know, might give some interesting commentary on dating weapons. I think this would be a cool. I'd love to. If it's on, I gotta see if it's on PS5. I might stream it.
Let us know in the chat
If you want to
it's
see
on
me
PS5.
date swords and rapiers and daggers and things, they're all weapons.
Yep. Cool.
Let me know, and I'll see if I can do it on PlayStation and stream a little bit.
I would love to see that.
Me
What
too.
else? What else came out in August?
On the 13th, a Free Guy movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Did you see this?
I still haven't finished it. I started watching it. I was really tired, fell asleep, turned it off, and I've got to go back to it. But this is where he plays an NPC in a video game, yes?
Yep. And my favourite part of it is when this movie came out, realising that it was very close to something that I was writing, so I had to can it.
Oof.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they read your thing and then got it
No,
done
I'm not
first.
saying that at all because my thing didn't get past the dot point stage.
Oh, okay.
But
So
I
the
can still-
timing was off.
yeah, I can still take points of what I had and turn it into something else.
I like that there's real Lego movie vibes, like when he opens up his wardrobe and it's just all the same thing.
Oh, look, if you like Ryan Reynolds, which who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
This is a very Ryan Reynolds film. It's Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds with pop culture references.
Look, not only is
Good
he
time.
incredibly attractive,
Yeah,
he's funny,
Yep.
he's fit, and he doesn't mind taking the piss out of himself.
yeah,
What a guy.
yep. Great person. Braden, what do you think?
I appreciate the fact that this makes fun of Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah.
and that's just a fun time in general.
Yep, agreed.
Oh, look at that. We
Great.
should,
Yeah, that was great.
we should watch this for the rest of the show.
It's a fun time. What else came out?
12 Minutes came out on the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
I started to play this, but I decided to leave it until I was in a better frame of mind. I didn't realize how full on it was.
So 2036?
No, just, after Christmas
Oh.
and working in retail. So January, I'm going to play some more of this. I loved the voice cast. So we had James McAvoy. Was it Daisy Ridley?
Yep.
And Willem Dafoe?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Human Tripod, Willem Dafoe.
What?
Look it up.
Are you saying he's got 3 legs?
Look it up.
Or has he got a tail? A prehensile tail.
Look it up.
Does he have a big penis?
Look it up.
I don't want to. Braden, on the search engine.
No, don't, Braden.
On Ben's computer, Braden. Can you please just
I
search?
super can't risk that because one slip of my finger on this button on the stream deck and we are off Twitch forever.
What else
Why
came
is Willem
out?
Dafoe's penis all over the show? Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Yeah, you
Yes.
played this one, didn't you?
I did because some very nice and generous person gave me a code.
Oh, really? Who's that cool guy?
Oh, I don't know, but they're very generous.
Probably wears cool shirts too.
Probably. But yeah, beautiful game. Looks even more beautiful on the PS5 with the upgrades. Guess what? Still haven't finished it. Still haven't made off the first island.
I don't
because
think you'll ever finish this because I think
Oh,
it's
but
for the same reason that I won't finish Breath of the Wild because it's nice to just go in and explore.
I just love walking around. I go,
Yeah.
oh, I remember Japan. I wish I'd go back to Japan, but I can't go to Japan, so I'll just keep walking around here, going to Japan, and when I see a guy, I'll slice their jugular. Fun times.
Huh.
Yeah.
Feeling less confident sitting next to you on the couch,
No, it's
but cool. After that, 25th, we had Psychonauts 2. So this was right down Braden's alley.
Yeah, Psychonauts 2
Did you
was
play it? Yeah, or have you
fantastic.
just played
I
number
haven't
1?
finished it, but even just from like the first couple of like world level type things that they do, so much fun. It really does feel exactly like you've gone back to the PlayStation 2 era and you're playing a adventure third-person platformer from that time.
Did I tell you I downloaded the first one onto my PlayStation after seeing you talk about number 2?
Nice.
I did, so I shall play that at some point in time.
It's and you think about it in the fact that it was back on the PS2, you're like, damn, this is doing some really wild stuff. And then this second one does just continue that. They've had years to think about it, and they've come up with such interesting, kooky little ideas and designs and worlds and puzzles and things like that. Like, it's really well done, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
And-
that scene with Willem Dafoe's penis.
And what we mentioned last show when we were talking about this is that before Xbox bought the studio, this was very much an indie studio. So for them to bring something out like this is just a really great feat. It was on many Game of the Year lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Hey, and that was really surprising considering what it was up against. But awesome. I really like that it was up there. The last thing that happened in August was from the 15th to the 27th. Was Gamescom 2021. It was an online event. We saw announcements such as Saints Row and Marvel's Midnight Suns.
So nothing. Like, I put that there.
I think that's the highlights, those two things.
Well, before the show, I had it there with nothing underneath.
Yeah.
And Braden was going through the show run, just went, oh, do we have anything in there? And I went, oh, I was going to cut it because of time, blah, blah, blah. And Braden said, oh, I'll have a look, see what happens.
I
Those
looked
two
through an
things.
article
Yep.
and found those two things.
That's it. That's it. That's
all
all
there
that came
was.
out.
That's all there was. And like, some people are excited for Saints Row. Not as many people are excited for this Marvel strategy game. I'm personally very excited for it, but
Really?
that's a very niche market.
It is,
Very
isn't
niche
it?
market. And especially designing it around the sort of the Midnight Suns type heroes, and you're getting all weird and sort of
Sorry, the
demonic
90s
and stuff.
Midnight Suns heroes.
It's a weird pick for a
Yeah.
video game.
That was Doctor Strange looking like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
What was after that? What do we got? New awards.
New awards. Braden.
Another award. Oh, so this award goes to Blue Box Games Moment of the Year.
Remember Blue Box?
Now, if you watched Hack the Dino and you kept up to date on the news cycle, you would have heard some fantastic rumors. Mm-hmm. And rumors they were.
Lots of rumors.
Our nominees for Blue Box Games Moment of the Year: name-dropping Kojima, placing assets to troll the internet, then scared when people get angry at your troll, promising an interactive trailer, delaying it, then uploading it late, and it's a trailer you released 2 days earlier on Twitter.
Top move.
And the winner, with 69 nice 0.57%, everything they have done this year. Well done,
And
Blue
here's
Box.
Hassan Karaman to accept his... No,
No.
sorry, he's in hiding still.
Nah, sorry, he's flaming you on Twitter.
I cannot wait to see if this ever comes out or anything happens ever again. My God, that man was over his head. If you ever want to see the full force of this fully armed and operational internet, check out the dialogue that went between Hassan when people, like, he was hinting that Kojima was involved and it was Silent Hills. We're going to talk about that troll a little bit later on because there's been an update.
Okay.
Okay, in September, we had on the 9th, The Artful Escape came out, an indie game which a lot of people love, but none of us here have really played it. Does look interesting, though. Very, very interesting. Braden, you like
does
this?
look
Look
cool.
at this?
Yeah, it does look really fun. I've heard good things about it from people who I trust their opinions, and it's definitely one to keep on the list if you're ever looking for something that has this very strange vibe.
Speaking of strange vibes, WarioWare Get It Together came out on September 10th, and in true typical Nintendo fashion, I believe they announced this at E3 and it came out 2 months later or something.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it how Nintendo do that.
I know a number of people that were really looking forward to this and then didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I haven't played it yet, but I loved the WarioWare game, Smooth Moves, on the Wii. I played it
That
whole lot.
seems to be everyone's go-to WarioWare game.
Yeah, just a fun time. I did wonder how the two-player co-op would work in it, but I guess I'll find that out when I eventually get around to it. And being a first property Nintendo game, I will get around to it.
Never.
Deathloop came out on the 14th. We've gone into a lot about Deathloop and how much we love it. If you would like to hear our thoughts, be sure to check out some of the previous episodes of Hack the Dino on all podcast apps or over at youtube.com/hackthedino. We talk a lot about this game and whether it was coming out and when it did came out. Came out?
Yeah,
sure.
I did. I ended up buying it not too long ago.
Did you play much of it?
I haven't played it yet because I've been playing other things, but it's on
really
my,
funky.
It's right up the top of my to-play list.
Also on my to-play list is Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which came out on September 21. This is a game I need to play because it's very much a Ben game. I get the feeling very much a Brayden game too.
Very much a Brayden game. This is very high up on my to-play list because I haven't played it yet, and I really, really want to because this is the exact type of game that I love, and I just haven't found time for it yet, which is sad. But I'm very excited to get around to it. It looks bloody stunning.
About how long is this game?
Oh, I should look that up.
I'm going to say 13 hours.
Let's
How
have a
long
look.
to beat? I'm going to say 6.
How long?
What else came out in September?
A game that you've loved. You and Anto, social media manager Anto, loved.
And Brayden.
And Brayden. I'm the only one who hasn't played it, and I really wanted to play it.
Oh, loser.
Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Main story, if you really mainline it, is roughly about 9.5, 10 hours.
I was closer.
Mainlining it with like the main story with like
competition.
extras and things like that, like 13. If you really want to 100% it or something, like 18 possibly.
Cool.
So I should just get another crown in the fantasy critic.
Oh,
right?
yes,
Just two
because
crowns.
I fear that there isn't enough in your trophy room, you twat.
Hot Wheels Unleashed. Great game, Floppy.
Loved Hot Wheels Unleashed. In fact, I downloaded some of the DLC that I got with the season pass yesterday.
Did you buy the season pass?
Hell yeah, man.
What's the DLC?
I didn't buy the season pass. I bought the collector's edition that had the physical car in it as well as the season pass.
Oh, wow.
So it was a bunch of other packs. There was some Batman stuff. There was, I got a Chevy. Was it a Chevy or... Oh, it was some real nice, like, if I was a rap star, I'd probably drive it car.
Was it a real car?
Like an Escalade?
No, something fancier. But yeah, look, this game is great. This is exactly what a Hot Wheels game needs to be. It's like Hot Wheels. It's like Need for Speed meets Micro Machines. The tracks are really cool. The cars are really awesome. The cars are scaled down versions of actual Hot Wheels cars. They look phenomenal. Brayden, you've played it. You love this, yeah?
Yeah, it's absolutely excellent. Have you touched the track editor at all yet?
No, I haven't. That's one thing I haven't done.
I've seen some people making absolutely insane shit on there. So it looks like you can really have a lot of freedom with it, which is
I
good
really
fun.
want to play this game.
Oh, just do it, man. It's so much fun.
Do it.
Anto loved it as well. It is great. It's such a nice, simple game.
Is it good for someone whose video gaming expertise is Mario Kart and a little bit of Outrun?
Yes, because the drifting is very Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
The drifting is
you'll
really
definitely
Mario Kart.
find the feel of it is just, it's really satisfying and it feels exactly how you would expect it to play, like for an arcadey fun game.
That's what I want. I want an arcade racer
Yep.
because they're fun as hell.
Then spot on. I love the little details like that, just jumping over the lip of the edge of the track. Little things like that is just phenomenal. The spider web that gets shot at you. All the cool different sets that you can actually get in real life as well. So good. Magnet tracks so you can go upside down. So good.
That's cool. But not as cool as our next award. Brayden.
Our next award. Now this is a big one. It's a very, very big one. This is the award for Best Hack the Dino.
Wow.
This is the award for the best personification of hacking a dino.
Ooh.
And your nominees are
I thought it was Dino. Shit, this whole time.
Anto,
Well done, Anto, being nominated.
Ben,
Fucking who cares?
Brayden,
Well done, Braden, on being nominated.
Floppy,
Nice work, Floppy.
and the live Twitch chat.
What?
The live
Twitch
Twitch
chat.
chat. Thank you so
Well
much.
done, Twitch chat.
You're very involved in the show.
Well done.
Thank
well
you.
Done. Well
And
done.
the winner, with 34.78% of the votes, is the live Twitch chat. Thank you very much for live Twitch chat.
Thank you. You're the real heroes here
Yeah.
at
What?
Hack the Dino.
You make the show happen.
They do. They win. Congratulations.
Man,
Twitch
I was
chat.
campaigning for that one.
I know you were. It was disgusting. Like, actually disgusting.
That wasn't campaigning.
I
That
didn't
was
think
a
the
private
hanging
thing. You weren't supposed
the
to
hanging
see
of
that.
posters of your face with your name on it around local suburbs, like phone lines and light poles.
Look, I feel like it's a service to the
and
public.
why was your mouth cut out?
That was a choice.
What happened in October, Floppy?
Less gross things than that. We had on October the 5th, we had Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Yeah.
Anyone play that?
No.
Not me neither.
I want to, though, because Toph is in it from Avatar, and Toph is f***ing cool.
I mean, you know what? I probably should give this a crack.
I think you'd enjoy it.
It
Apparently,
seems
it's
like
a really
very
good game.
floppy.
Anto has just said it's bad.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, okay. I read the wrong review.
So maybe give it a go, Floppy.
Yeah, you'd love it.
It's
I don't
no-
think there's any Smurfs in
Oh.
there, but
Hey,
Did you grow up with many Nickelodeon characters?
me?
Yeah.
My kids did.
Okay, so you'd recognize them at least.
Yeah, I have children as old as you.
I
you
think
ever
Dora's
wanna-
in there.
do you wanna
Dora's the
see-
boss.
Hey,
And
Dora
punch the
is
shit
the
out of
bomb,
someone?
man. I freaking love Dora.
Dude, that live action movie was
Phenomenal.
so surprising.
There is one line in that movie that gets me every time.
man.
It's right at the start when they're eating dinner, and she
Yes.
goes, "Oh, can you say delicioso?" And the dad freaks out and looks behind him, wondering who she's talking to because she's
Yeah.
breaking the fourth wall.
excellent.
Love it, great. Anyway, after Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, we had Far Cry 6 come out on the 7th. Another huge Ubisoft open world Far Cry game.
More of the same.
More of the same. Although I feel like this one's been more or better received than number 5.
Do you know what I found funny?
What?
That Giancarlo Esposito was nominated as Best Actor at the Game Awards for this.
That's weird.
He was there. He presented an award and didn't win. What a flex!
Wow.
Went to, I think, Lady Demetrius.
Oh, yep.
But yeah, that because he's a heavyweight.
Damn.
Like,
That's a huge get.
and especially from Keeley, who is a bit of an SFer.
He would have paid him so much.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
But yeah,
That's wild.
There you
It's
go.
got Danny Trejo in it, apparently.
Danny Trejo's in everything. Have you seen his IMDb credits and how many films he's been in?
Just insane.
Do you know why? He openly puts himself out there. Anyone making a student film or anything,
Oh my God,
I'll
yes.
jump in on that because it'll give you a better chance of getting some funding
That's
Good on
great
him.
fun.
and to help out people up and comers. Like he loves it. He got given a chance when he got out of prison for doing horrible things, and got put into films and made a
Goddamn.
career. And he wants to do that to other people who have been in prison. No, he just wants to do it to anyone.
Good on him.
Yeah, good on him.
Goddamn.
His credit is like his IMDb movie credits are unreal. There are so many, more than anyone else I've ever seen.
Hey, what happened on the 8th?
Switch of OLED came out.
Yay!
Now you got one.
I did.
What are your thoughts on it? Is it benefiting the way you play?
In handheld, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Amazing. In dock, no.
No, same thing in dock really. Anyway,
Yeah,
all
it's-
those improvements were really made for
Handheld players.
handheld players and quality of life.
Although
for
I had a
handheld.
launch Switch, so I was due for an upgrade.
Yeah, fair, cool. And you would have had the one that had the shitty battery power.
Yep,
So yeah, this thing's like awesome, and you got double the internal memory.
I do. I love it. It's great. It's great. I love it.
Came out in white, which I think looks
Oh, it
really cool.
We can see it right there on my
Yep.
TV stand. It looks superb.
Also on that same day though,
Mm-hmm.
Metroid.
Oh, Floppy, we've spoken about this game a lot,
Ooh,
but I
this-
will give you a minute to talk about Metroid Dread. Go.
This pushed my buttons. This was a perfectly well-made game. Loved it. Has made me want to play other Metroid games. Is not the sort of game I normally played. I was so wonderfully surprised. Can't sing its praises enough.
Metroid Dread, everyone. And another one of your favorite games came out later that month.
Guardians of the Galaxy came out, which was my most anticipated game because it's a type of game that I love. It's also a franchise that I really enjoy, characters that I really enjoy, music that was awesome. I was super nervous because they'd made Avengers. Look, they learned a lot from Avengers, and I think they made a really well-polished game. I think it's great. A lot of fun. Good writing. Writing?
Braden, what did you think of any of these games?
Haven't even played it yet.
Good.
Really? I thought you were digging
No,
into it.
so
man.
I have it sitting on my shelf at home. It's sitting on my shelf at home, and because I wanted to catch up on other media that I watch and listen to, I wanted to play something else in the background, so I played Sackboy instead. But this is sitting on my shelf. I'm very ready to play it. I'm keen to see what they did with it, because I am hearing really good things.
They made a game out of it.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Tell you what,
Still blows my mind that you can play games while watching media.
Oh,
yeah, I'm insane. I tell you what, speaking of just like comic book superhero properties that are getting video games and possibly not good, not liking the look of the Suicide Squad game. They showed gameplay of that, and it looks
Yeah.
like Avengers.
Yes. Yeah, there's rumors that it is very much online.
You watch that gameplay trailer they
Whoopsies.
just released. It is exactly the gameplay style of Avengers, and it makes me so nervous.
However, for the first time ever, I went, oh, that's cool, with something The Flash said. So
Yeah.
it's actually really cool as a cocky villain.
You don't like The Flash?
I don't.
Yeah, right.
I don't like any DC characters besides Batman.
Just don't like people named Barry.
Don't worry, neither did DC. DC previews, I swear to Christ, 130 pages, 80 pages will be Batman content.
Yep, that's fair.
Goddamn.
Does outsell every superhero. Braden,
Hello.
I think it's time for another award.
Another award. We had some consoles. So this time is Best Console Launch. The console that had the best launch.
Look. Mm-hmm.
And the nominees are the Switch OLED, Evercade VS,
What?
Evercade.
Oh,
the Zelda Game & Watch,
nice.
Good. Very good.
and the Atari VCS.
Sorry.
And the winner with 33.36% of the votes, which is way lower than I was expecting,
Me too.
Switch OLED.
Yeah.
And it's low because most people skip that question.
Okay, that's fair enough then. Goddamn.
Fair enough.
Evercade does look good. Michael Towns in the chat's just saying it looks awesome. Yes, it does. The Atari VCS does not. And the Zelda Game & Watch is great if you haven't played Zelda 2 before. And want to.
Why would you want to?
I don't know. It's prosperity.
Continuity.
November came rolling on in like the months before and decided to release some things. Sound like I was going to go into a song then, but I'm not.
I
Sorry.
was just waiting for something to happen there.
On the 9th of November, we had Jurassic World Evolution 2. Braden, you loved the first game.
Yes, I did.
Me too.
You
did
going to
as
play
well.
the second one?
I haven't played it yet, but the person who I also watched some of play number 1 didn't end up playing number 2 yet. So
you
that's why I
understand that
haven't
sentence?
watched it yet. My brain is so fried. It's getting late and I'm very tired. I've seen Spider-Man twice this week. This looks like a great game. Looks like a great game. Very excited. Really enjoyed the first one. I like everything that they've added in the second one, and it seems like it's going to be really good. So I'm very excited.
I'm going to play this when it gets a bit cheaper, I think.
It's a good call.
On November the 11th, Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the Definitive Edition came out. And here's some glitches for you to enjoy from that game.
All right, one second.
Man, this must be really annoying
For those
the podcast
podcast
people.
listeners who only hear Ben's rendition of the Benny Hill
For the
music.
podcast listeners, that was an ambulance getting spun into the sky.
For the
So-
podcast listeners, that was Ben's jizz. Because that's what it's called. It's called jizz music. Calm down.
Oh, God.
It just looks so bad. It makes me so sad.
so
San
was-
Andreas was such a good game.
Released physically today.
Really?
It shouldn't be.
Wow, look at that
Yep.
rain
Really shouldn't
inside
be.
a house.
No, that's just bad plumbing, dude. Whoa, look at that breakdancing car.
Yeah, this game.
Oh,
Jeez.
it's so bad.
What a piece of rubbish.
On the 12th, we had Shin Megami Tensei 5 come out, which people loved, as they do. Then on the 13th, Zelda Game & Watch, which hasn't sold as well as the Mario one, but is a much better console than the
Weird,
Mario
right?
one. Again, I just don't think Mario can... I don't think Zelda is as popular as Mario. As popular as Zelda is, I don't think you can shine a torch to Mario.
I think you're right. 100% right. I think they did improve on every part of it that they needed to from the first one, from the Mario one.
Yep.
Stand, extra game, all that sort of jazz. I almost said jizz. But no one really cared, did they?
No. Unfortunate. I've got them both. They're just up there.
Yeah, I got them both
Very
too.
nice. On the 19th, we had Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yeah, it's a little bit buggy, but overall,
Is it?
super fun game.
I have
Super
not
fun game.
What bugs? I have not come across a bug.
Just little glitches here and there. It's nothing major, and it's never the same bug twice. So it's not a big thing. It's just like little things, like you get stuck against an invisible wall once, and stuff
I
like that.
hate it when that happens in real life.
But like, really cool, really fun, really enjoyed it. Good game. On the 23rd of November, Epic Games acquired Harmonix. I had this here for Anto to talk about because Harmonix, of course, brought out Guitar Hero, and he's a big Guitar Hero type person.
He's quite the fan.
It's all tying into Epic Games trying to sort of make Fortnite more of the metaverse type thing, more than just the Battle Royale. It's going to be diversifying into lots of many different things, as we've seen with the concerts and the different things you can do there. And we won't worry about that last one because no one's seen that film. So, Floppy, December.
All right, December. On December the 8th, we just come out strong. Halo.
Really?
Halo
We're
was
just
revealed.
skipping Solar Ash, are we?
Sorry, on December the 2nd, Solar Ash came
Wow,
out.
Floppy treated that game like everyone else who was waiting for Halo.
Solar Ash came out. And then 16 years later, Halo. Now, who's played Halo?
I have not yet. It's on Games Pass. I've got Games Pass sitting right there. I can play it whenever I want. Haven't done it yet.
I
Sorry.
have been playing it.
And?
It is beautiful. It is fun. It is set on easy for me. Because, man, it can get hard. The game, that is. No, look, it's great. Gives you a great little recap at the start. Because I haven't played all of the Halos. I grew up as a PlayStation guy. Didn't have an Xbox. I have played Halo 1. And I've recently begun playing a co-op campaign with Halo 2 with my partner. She's a big Halo fan. And yeah, now we're both ducked into Halo Infinite. And yeah, having a great time. Really fun. Looks beautiful. The grapple shot works really, really well, which is a little grapple thing hooked to your arm that you can use to traverse or bring enemies closer to you, stuff like that. Great fun. Love it. I don't look at the multiplayer because I don't care, but that's been getting great reviews as well.
Dan legitimately has been playing heaps of this.
Yeah, right.
Like, absolutely stacks of it. And it is apparently, really bloody excellent.
It's really polished.
I've heard that people are saying that the grappling hook absolutely changes the game entirely. And, it gives it, like, a new feel.
I can't really comment on that too much, having not played heaps of all the old Halos, but I really like it. It felt really natural. Yeah. Excellent.
All right, the next point I've got here is the Game Awards. We were going to talk a little bit about this, but it's already a long show. Braden's tired. So we're just going to skip through very, very quickly. Speed run through the Game Awards. So first up, the Game Awards started with Keighley announcing that he doesn't stand by bullies or people who do bad things. That game is open, and he will be open to people who are also open. And basically, anyone who bullies or harasses isn't welcome in the Game Awards or
He's a
in the
nice
game
guy.
industry. Yeah. What I liked, however, was Brian Altano and his comment afterwards. So I can't remember the exact tweet, but he came out with a quote that just said, "We here at the Game Award, we here hate fire. We don't like fire. We don't stand by any fire whatsoever. So anyway, let's see what all these arsonists have been up to."
Yeah.
Overall, feel for the show, I thought it was a whole lot of nothing. It went long. There was Nintendo and PlayStation just didn't seem to show up. There weren't really many highlights besides Xbox.
There's a lot of filler.
Lot of filler. The Pete Hines Bethesda commercial I really enjoyed for my own reasons.
That was the game of the year.
Yep. Slitterhead I had down here, but we can talk about that another time. The Horizon Forbidden West Creature Machine video, Braden saw just before and really, really liked. It Takes Two won Game of the Year, which really surprised me.
Me too.
I really thought Metroid had it in the bag.
I thought Deathloop was going to take it.
Really?
Yep.
Well, see, you can always tell because, like, let's face it, the Game Awards are rigged. Like, majority of award shows
Don't tell me that. That's
are
ruining everything.
rigged. So you can tell early on. So, like, Metroid got Best Action Adventure Game. So I thought, oh, well, that's not going to win it. And then, like, Deathloop got, like, Best Score or something like that. So if they get little consolation prizes.
Or best design or
Yeah,
something like that.
Some of the announcements that we saw were Star Wars Eclipse, which is just a CGI trailer, which is still 3 or 4 years away.
But it looked amazing.
Looks real good. Quantic
Yeah.
Dream.
It's a CGI trailer.
Was
Yeah.
not
And it was
but
a
I
really
wasn't
good-looking-
expecting Quantic Dream, and it's High Republic era, so it's before all the movies.
Is that 50 years before Episode 1?
50 years before
50
episode
years
1.
before Phantom Menace.
And I'm very interested to see what they do with exploring that time period in a video game, because they're doing interesting stuff with the novels and the comic and stuff.
That is something I would like to look into, truth be told. I
It's
wouldn't
good
mind.
fun.
Yeah.
It's the wackiness of Star Wars all over again.
And in a classic period, like not super futuristic.
Yeah.
Then we had a teaser for Alan Wake 2, something that people have been waiting many, many years for.
Cool.
And ties into Control. Like they've said that, I think Alan Wake was even in Control.
I wonder how much they're going to tie in, or if it's just going to be a reference here that just goes, yep, same universe.
I won't lie, I clicked on this trailer when it came out because I thought Alan Wake 2, because of the thumbnail, I thought they'd put Jared Leto in their game.
As did everyone else.
because straight up, it looks like Jared. I was
Oh my
like,
God, it
it was
does
like,
too,
what the
doesn't it?
shit? They got Jared Leto in their game? That's wild. And yeah, then it wasn't. It's fine.
Wonder Woman was announced by Monolith, which
Cool.
another CGI trailer. Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, cool. That's great. I'm glad that Wonder Woman has her own game. That's awesome.
Sonic Frontiers was announced, which looks to be an open world Sonic game. Didn't look too bad, actually.
Curious
Sorry.
as to how it's going to work.
Ben, I think you're glazing over the other, more important thing that revealed with that little blue boy.
Oh, I was getting to that.
Good.
I was just going to talk about Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey when
Oh,
they announced.
He looks awesome in
Like,
this.
I didn't know who was more annoying in announcing this trailer. Was it Jim Carrey?
Or was it
was
Ben
it-
Schwartz?
Yeah, Ben Schwartz. Like I think it was Ben Schwartz.
Jim Carrey's weird video message that he gave them was so strange.
But then Ben Schwartz came out and just too cool for everyone. It's like, that's not the Ben Schwartz that I really know.
Yeah, he was playing a bit of a character. It was a weird vibe. But Jim Carrey looks great in this movie.
Doesn't he? I think it looks good. I'm looking forward to this.
I still haven't seen the first one, but I actually want to.
You should.
I wouldn't mind seeing
Pretty
it.
sure it's on a streaming service.
It is.
Dude, Idris Elba at the end as Knuckles. Whew. Looks great.
Speaking of
They
looking
got
great,
Sonic snowboarding, like that shit Sonic snowboarding game.
Yeah.
do you know the skateboard that he's on?
Yeah.
Same
actually-
one from the cover?
Yes, same one
Oh
from
my
the cover.
God, that's great.
I saw that.
Kojima appeared in just a video saying, sorry I couldn't be there, but I will be there next year. And then Del Toro was announcing an award. This is the part that got me, though. Del Toro, pretty good. He's talking about graphics, and he says, we saw in Death Stranding and Silent Hill. Man, that's a really good game. I hope we get another one of them someday. Del Toro and Kojima are heavily rumored to be making a Silent Hills remake. And he's just sitting there trolling everybody.
I bet you he's not going to do it. He's just having fun.
Floppy, did you see June Spice Wars?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, cinematic trailer, but June RTS, way back when on like a 286 or a 386, is the game that got me into the franchise of June. Favorite sci-fi franchise next to Star Wars. Favorite book. I cannot wait for this. I am probably going to have to somehow build a PC to play it.
I can help with that if you find the funds.
Yeah,
in
I'm
this
going to
current
go
economy.
sell some of Ben's stuff. Because
That's okay, because I'm just going to take out your organs to buy it back.
No, I don't need them. I've got June.
Then we had Elden Ring, and Pop Boy was there for you, Braden.
Pop
Boy
Boy!
was live on stage,
Boy.
which tells
Where's
me
Pop Boy?
that this most anticipated game award was a complete and utter setup to push this narrative.
This fucking Pop Boy. Look at him. Look at Pop Boy.
What the hell is that?
It's a pop.
Boy.
It's a pop, but it's a man. It's Pop Man, Pop Boy.
Like a couple of
That's lazy as shit. Why?
people in our Discord have been calling it the game AdWards because it's just Keeley promoting anyone who pays him enough money. And this year just screamed of it.
Wow, yep.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
It's Pop Boy.
then
From
we
the
had-
gameplay they showed, then it has Pop Boy.
Something that I have downloaded on my PS5 but haven't yet played is the Matrix Unreal Engine 5 demo.
I haven't checked that either.
From what I've seen, looks amazing. And what Unreal Engine will be able to do sort of 2-3 years from now is absolutely mind-blowing.
There's almost no Uncanny Valley.
There's a little
sort of
bit
thing.
there.
There's like
So-
the smallest I've ever seen.
This experience has live action stuff in it, but it also has animated stuff in it. And you can kind of tell, but they do a real good job.
They do.
It's impressive.
All right, Braden, it's time.
It's
It's time we announce the awards for the Game of the Year. Now, I know my name's there, but I'd like you to do it.
Okay. Okay.
What a show of appreciation.
Game of the Year in the Hack the Dino Awards for 2021. Now, this is, if you don't know what the Game of the Year is, it's awarded to the game that had a good year.
Good.
Had a good year.
Good description.
Your nominees are...
As chosen by the Hackanauts of Hack the Dino.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. Death's Door, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, Resident Evil Village, Halo Infinite, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Deathloop, and Forza Horizon 5.
That is a hell of a list of games.
It's been a big year.
If you went out and pick up those games, and that's the only games you played this year, holy crap, what a good year you've had.
It's a massive year, honestly. And the voting, very split. Very split for some. But your winner with 26.09% of the votes. Congratulations, Nintendo. It's Metroid Dread.
Hey!
Metroid. So Metroid Dread is the Goatsy Game of the Year. That's right. They're going to
Goatsy.
get that as a box quote, and there's going to be a big old circle on their box saying
Hack
Goatsy.
Hack the Dinies. Why can't I say our name anymore?
They want a Goatsy. I've got a little bit of feedback. So on the voting form that people could go in and vote, I also gave the option to say what people liked most about Hack the Dino and didn't like the most about Hack the Dino.
Oh,
so I'll read out what they liked about Hack the Dino. This is all anonymous. I don't know who said this, so they could have said anything. So we've got the random moments of insanity. That's good. That's good that's
Makes
going
sense.
over. Braden and his antics. Floppy.
Yes.
Dylan's Fantasy League result. Someone liked the dino. Someone likes that it exists. Someone likes deals.
Oh, shit.
2 people like floppy shirts.
Hey!
Someone likes seeing our faces on Twitch.
Nice.
Someone liked Hideo Kojima. The Facebook news updates are exceptionally made. The humor. I don't think this is a very humorous show. It's serious game analytics.
Don't know what show they're watching.
The meticulous show planning and technical troubleshooting.
Did you fill one out?
I did not fill that one out.
Jazz.
Floppy's hair.
Hey!
The hilarity of the live shows. We haven't done a live show in a long, long time.
No.
It's because there's been a global bastard running around.
Uh-huh.
The end.
Oh, ouch.
The community out there
Hey,
in Twitchland.
Thank you, guys.
Having my name shouted out for being a supporter. A variety of
Ooh,
segments.
Narrowed it down.
How they talk about each topic without the topic or segments feeling too long or boring. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Luckily, they didn't watch tonight.
Wrong episode for that one.
The segues. Thank you. I'll take that one. And
wrote that one.
finally, this person liked the boobs. Then I had, what's the worst part of Hack the Dino? The episode where
boobs?
Braden wasn't there.
Thank you, Alex.
Oh,
Also floppy.
what? Oh, ow.
So someone wrote floppy and then wrote also floppy.
It's not weekly. The hacking. It exists. Audio for Braden versus the world. Sometime we can't hear the song.
Constructive criticism.
So someone liked your shirts. They also didn't like the rest of the guys' boring shirts. Excuse me. I'm wearing Dinosaur Tank from Ultraman 7.
I'm going to assume that was the same person.
Yeah. Lack of flesh, Braden. Seeing your
Got
face
you
on
covered.
Twitch.
Got you covered,
Flesh. Ba-dum,
Yeah, not happening.
ba-da-dum, bum.
mate. If he pops back up topless,
You wish.
Hideo Kojima. Someone didn't like any time spent talking about Fortnite. Someone didn't like my hair.
is that the person that did like my hair?
I don't know. The new intro. They need a new intro. Wow. Not frequent enough. Only one episode of Fortnite. Would love one a week, but I'm greedy. Yes, you are. Someone didn't like the light shining off Ben's head. And someone just didn't like Ben. So, this is the last episode of Hack the Dino, and I'd like to take this opportunity to say, fuck you all.
But we love you.
No,
Thank you for
I'm
the
joking.
criticisms.
That was gold.
Honestly, that last comment was me.
It's like a little roast. There's a little roast section of the show.
Love it.
Now, it's been... How long have we been doing this, Braden? I reckon 4 years?
It's been longer than 1 week.
Since you looked at me. I've been doing
Yeah, a while.
A while. Because, yeah, Dan and I started off many, many years ago
Many
in
moons.
Greenlight Comics. Famously, all we had was my laptop right here, 2 SingStar microphones, held in mugs, plugged directly into my computer. And that's how we made the first couple of Hack the Dino shows, where we had this game called... It was called the Musical Jukebox then, or something like that. But it grew... and it grew, and it became Dan versus the world. And then when Dan died, rest in peace, it became Braydan versus the world. And now, everyone, it's time for the final Braydan versus the world. Brayden, what are the scores? The world, represented by Floppy, is on 39. Braydan, represented by Braydan, is on 41. And now, fellow human beings,
Shit.
here we are.
Can I
The
just
final.
say, the first episode of Hack the Dino on SoundCloud says it was listed 5 years ago.
It was November 5 years ago, though.
Yeah. Wow.
I'll just point out Anto's got his phone on if I need to call a friend. My bloody phone's dead. So I'm notoriously bad at charging my phone.
Bum, bum, bum.
Here it is.
Bum, bum, bum,
The
bum.
winner is taking this
Ooh.
to Greenlight Comics.
Smells
And
like hell no. If this wins, it's going in my bathroom.
the Cup of Infinite Awesome, the famous tree trophy made by fellow Dan McGuinness.
Hard rubbish.
Hard rubbish. It was found in a tree. Dan made it himself.
Legit in a tree.
It's up for grabs.
Without
And
the
For
Mario.
the first time since it was in that tree.
As a special finale, I haven't chosen the songs for this show. Now, usually, $10 a month and above Patreon. No, not $10, $15 a month Patreons get to choose a song each. However, this being the final one, I opened it up to other Patreons who were able to get back to me. So we have 8 songs for Braydan versus
damn.
the world.
Far out. All right, let me get this notepad up so
Did
I
you
can
say
change
8?
the score.
8 songs.
So what we're saying is I'm going to lose by like 10.
Well, we'll see. So the first song here is from Afronix, and this is their song. Whoops. Brayden, question number 1.
What genre of game is this?
RPG.
Erbug. Anton knows it.
Floppy.
Have we talked about it on tonight's show?
No.
Okay, Anton knows it. He's of
course.
in the
Of
chat
course they do.
straight away.
Can I borrow your phone?
Well, it's an RPG. Like,
Yeah, I know.
what console was this released on?
PlayStation. PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Like, as in OG PlayStation?
Anto, no, you can't answer. You didn't come, so you have to stay in your little square box. Floppy, question number 2.
Can I clarify your last answer first? Do you, when you say PlayStation, you mean OG PlayStation?
OG PlayStation.
That is not my question.
I know. That's all right.
Who's the protagonist? Shit.
I don't know.
I was gonna say, I was like, Ben either knows it and it's gonna give away everything, or Ben's
All
gonna
right,
have
can I
no
change
idea.
the question then?
Yeah, ask another one.
Do you know the antagonist?
No.
Oh, fuck. Can I ask another question?
Well, see, let me put it this way. I only like good games.
Okay. Who is the developer?
Square.
Wow, an RPG by Square on
Who would have
PlayStation.
thought?
Woof.
Question number 3, Bradan.
And without memorable characters. Ooh, that narrows it down. What's the world like?
Oh, round. It's the last one. I'm going to get in as many as I can.
Yeah, definitely.
Question number 3, Floppy.
What style of art is it?
It is the sort that you can see with your eyes.
Oh, wow. Now every answer's going to be that.
No, it's pixelated. Pixel. You know that PlayStation 1 pixel polygon crap?
Oh, where everyone's got the big, like,
Yeah.
dodecahedrons
Oh,
on them?
not that extreme, but
Okay.
yeah. Probably one above that.
What's the title of the game? Start with letter-wise.
Letter-wise.
Like, what's the letter that the
What's the
game
first
starts
letter?
with?
Okay. Final.
Well,
That's a word.
I know. Floppy.
I mean, it doesn't narrow it down
there's
at
only
all.
8 questions, right? I've got to go home. I've got to... Well,
8. Yes, you're right. 8 questions. There will
That
be
was
8.
not a question. That was a
8.
statement.
I know. 8. 8, though. 8's a... 8.
Final Fantasy 8.
It's Final Fantasy 8!
The pain in the ass of that is that was going to be my guess when you said final.
I was going to do Final Fantasy 7 until you said you didn't know the name of the
Yeah.
characters. So I was
Yeah.
like, well, it's not that one.
Yeah.
But I also said earlier, Braden said, is it big chunky where they got chunky arms. I go, nah, it's probably one above that. And
Uh,
no one picked that up.
didn't hear that at all. Well done.
Okay, here we go. Song number 2 is from the Fantasy Critic League winner, Dylan the Villain.
This is probably Battle in Wonderland. I know this.
Okay, question
How
number
do I
1,
know this
Brayden.
from?
What do you play as in this game?
An attorney.
A what?
Ah,
An attorney. Question number 1, Floppy.
What number was it in the series of games?
I think the first, maybe? Could be wrong. Question number 2, Brayden.
I mean, I'm gonna take a guess. I don't know the titles of any of these games. Is it just Ace Attorney?
Floppy, if you can get the full title.
Phoenix, right?
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney?
Floppy got it.
It's the other way around.
I've got this one. I knew that. I've played that damn game. That is
We are
good
all
game.
tied up
All tied
with
up.
the world on 41 and Brayden on 41. Here we go. Song number 3.
Who's it by? Who's it from?
Who's it? Yeah, who's
Oh, sorry. Game Boy Dad.
Game? Thank you, Game
From
Boy
Game
Dad.
Boy Dad. Game Boy Dad. Here we go. Brayden, question number 1.
What console was this on?
Nintendo 64.
Yep, fair enough.
Floppy.
GoldenEye.
It's GoldenEye, baby! Oh, man.
I was really hoping you just weren't going to guess that, man, because like I knew that shit.
Yeah. You see, for me, having not played GoldenEye as much as you guys, I very much had to narrow down what James Bond game it was.
Have
We-
you actually played GoldenEye?
I've played it like once or twice.
Me and a friend used to just sit there and talk with that music just playing as loop in the background. It's just
Yeah.
so cool.
Ingrained in your brain.
Yeah.
I was
Just listening
not
to it,
that
then I was
dude.
going, oh, yeah, nostalgia, give it to me. Hit me with that dopamine. Ooh.
Bloody hell.
That's the reason the computer's here. Here we go. Next song. Song number 4 from Michael Towns. Beautiful
Townsy.
Michael Towns, Game Boy Games. He chose this song. Yeah, he just keeps going like
Yeah, I was
that.
going to say.
So, Braden, this is where we're going to get tripped up because it's going to be the ones with a name in it that we don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a subtitle or some shit that's gonna trip us up.
You're not
what,
supposed to work together.
what console was it on?
PS4.
No.
Can you imagine if that song was in the PS4 Spider-Man? Oh my god, it'd be so good.
The Genesis.
Okay. So, Braden's knowledge of Spider-Man is... Although I grew
My
up...
knowledge of Spider-Man is good, but if it's old video games, I know the PlayStation 1 games.
Yeah, me too. Genesis. Okay, who was the main antagonist in this game?
There was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Question number
Shit, what was the name of the game?
I don't know the exact wording, but I'm gonna guess.
Please don't.
Is it The Amazing Spider-Man vs. Sinister Six?
No.
How close was I?
Spider-Man, the animated series, the game.
Okay. There was a Sinister Six game, wasn't there?
There was, yeah.
There
There's,
was.
there's
There's been a
plenty of
couple.
them. There's
Yeah,
plenty
a
of them.
few.
This one was only on the Genesis, though. Okay, here we go. Song number 5 from Nintendvania. Such a bop, this song. So good. How good's neck dancing?
Amazing.
Okay, question number 1, Bredan.
That is a bop. And I feel like I've heard it before. I just don't know what it's from.
It's quite boppy.
What color is the main color on the main character?
What?
Racist.
Like clothes and shit.
Red and blue.
'Kay.
Floppy, question number 1.
What console is this on?
This was on the Wii U.
Huh.
Braden.
How many players can play this game at the same time?
2, maybe 4. Pretty sure it's 2. Maybe it was 4. I don't know.
2-2-4?
Yeah, sure.
What was the style of gameplay?
Platformer. Question
I,
number 3.
I don't know the exact title, even though we talked about it. Did it recently get re-released?
Yes.
Yep.
Question number 3, Floppy.
Do you mean recently?
Yes, I do mean recently.
Oh,
Question number 4, Braden.
Well, it didn't help me at all. I'm trying to figure out the title. Was it? No. It's just so annoying that I don't know the first part of the title, and I know the last part of the extra bit they added because we say it all the freaking time. God, I've just got nothing. What's one of the other characters you can play as?
Toad.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just trying to find time to think.
Question number 4, Floppy.
Just Super Mario 3D World.
Yep. Holy smokes, Floppy! Have you dropped one yet?
Are you,
Floppy
are you
has-
asking if I farted?
Floppy?
No, I'm asking. Have you got every single song?
No,
this
because there was one that Braden had to guess.
was one I guessed wrong.
But missed.
But Floppy has got every single point so far.
Holy
Yeah, I've got
smokes!
everyone I put in the answer. I've got. Some of them were a little. We'll call them a gimme.
All right, here we go. Triple Indie with this song.
So Titanic.
That's right, it's Pingu, the musical. Pingu, everyone.
Every time I think of Pingu, I just think of him peeing on the floor.
Okay. Question number 1, Brandon.
What console did this release on?
PlayStation. The original one, the OG one, the grey one. Floppy?
Is this Psychonauts?
No.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that wasn't
Resident
on the original.
Evil Director's Cut.
Oh, what a trip up.
You know what? I love that game. I never would have picked that.
Wah, 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 wah.
God damn.
Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
Second to last one. We Are Robots picked this little ditty. Question number 1, Braden.
What style of game is it?
First person shooter.
I was about to ask what the weapons were.
Floppy. Question number 1.
What year did it get released?
2004.
Oh, that's way earlier than what I was going towards. What console was it on?
Sorry?
What console was it on?
2004 would be Xbox 360? Oh, no, Xbox.
no,
Xbox.
Xbox.
Original Xbox. Floppy. Question number 2.
Was it a console exclusive?
Ooh, I don't know if it was released on PC. I don't think it was. At least at the time, it probably was.
Well, let me
yes.
rephrase it. Was it released on a Sony or Nintendo console as well?
No.
Okay.
Console exclusive.
Question number 3. Braden.
What is the style of this game? Like the overall visual style. Is it trying to be realistic? Is it cartoony?
Yeah. Realistic-esque.
Okay.
Okay. Who was the developer?
Bungie.
Huh.
Question number 4. Braden.
Now, did they make some random shit? Or is it just that one? Or were the first 2 on there? I don't know. I'm a PlayStation boy. I'm gonna guess, and this will solidify whether or not we will tie or if Floppy will win. Is it Halo Combat Evolved?
No, it's Halo 2.
Oh, I was 2.
Halo 2. Did you know that, Floppy?
I didn't know which one it was yet.
Yeah, I was just taking a stab in the dark. Because if I tried to figure out which one it was, Floppy would have got it.
So the world's on 45, Braden's on 43.
Which means
Floppy's won. But before we do,
Have we got one more?
we've got one more song.
All right,
One final
let's
one.
do this.
Chosen by me. And this song is worth a whopping 4 points.
fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Okay, here
Did
we
you
go.
just make that up?
Yup. Here we go. The very last song in Braydan versus the World for 4 points.
Why do I have a feeling?
The last song. Okay, so
So we've been sued by Nintendo. Copyright strike like crazy.
I won't give any hints. Suffice to say, this appeared in the very first Dan versus the World.
Aw, cute.
Question number
Which
one.
I watched yesterday.
You can't watch it. It doesn't exist as a video.
I lie sometimes.
Question
Comedic
number one.
effect.
Remember, Brayden,
I listened to this, episode 1. I
When?
listened to episode 1 of Hack the Dino, and I think I know what the game is. I am not personally sure.
I've got a couple of titles floating around. as
Yeah, there's a
possibilities,
couple
but-
floating around.
Question one for 4 points and the trophy of infinite awesome.
What console was it released on?
Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Originally. Floppy. Question number one.
Has it been re-released?
It has. Hence my originally comment just before. Question number two, Braydan.
Does he wear green?
No. Does not wear green. To my knowledge, does not wear green.
I don't know at all now.
Question number two, Floppy.
Shit. Have we spoke about it on tonight's show? Did you mention it?
Oh, I can't recall.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Braydan, question number three. For 4 points. And the trophy.
Man, it'd be great if I knew it, wouldn't it?
There's actual anticipation in this room. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is just a
it's-
stupid game made up by a jerk.
It's
And you guys are
tense.
actually really, really thinking hard.
It's because you put this stupid 4 point thing in a game I'd won.
Everyone is saying phone a friend, phone a friend. Everyone in the chat knows it. I feel so bad.
Of course they do, because they know how my tastes.
Yeah, but I know how you work too, so I know that you might. Yeah, man, you pull some shit.
I do, don't I?
Anto's willing to Uber here to scream it at the front of the house. Oh, man. Is it one of your favorite games, Ben?
It is.
It's Chrono Trigger.
It's Chrono Trigger!
It is.
The winner of the trophy of Infinite Awesome goes to the world. That's right, Floppy Stark has taken it home for everyone. Well done, Floppy. Floppy, a couple of words on behalf of the world.
Look, on behalf of the world, I'd like to say thank you for being a dick with a lot of these questions sometimes and making it fun.
You're welcome.
Braden, thank you for being an amazing competitor.
I just want to point out that Brayden absolutely trounced you at every single week, apart from this week for whatever reason.
Yep. This week just completely overturned it.
By the way, Frog is green. He doesn't wear green. Like, you don't wear... Oh, what am I wearing?
fair
I'm
shout.
wearing my skin. Come on.
All right. Okay.
That's very fair.
I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I am super happy that I could win something on this show and not come last. And it's technically something that I thought I was going to be the worst at, and
Now-
was the worst at for a long time.
Brayden, do we want to tell people why Braydan versus the World is wrapping up?
I mean, we probably should, hey.
I think so. It seems only fair.
Very quickly, I have a very special message for Floppy, and it is on the screen right now. Congratulations! Congratulations!
Thank you.
I will be making my departure from our wonderful little show, Hack the Dino. With the first episode of next year, I will be back for that one. And then that will be my last one, at least for a while. I've got uni, and it's stressful as hell. And with the state of the world, anything can happen. But I've enjoyed so much being on this show, and I will probably do a big spiel when we have that episode. But for the last time, for this year, thank you so much for joining us on Hack the Dino. It's been great.
Yeah, and Brayden's coming back. He doesn't have a say in it. we're going to pull him back.
Yeah.
Whenever we can, whenever his schedule allows.
I'll be back when the schedule allows it and my brain power allows it.
See, Brayden's still what's the word? Youthful
Growing up.
and
I think is the
insanely
word.
talented.
Yeah.
And has a lot going for him. And he needs to chase those
He
priorities.
hasn't peaked yet.
Yeah, exactly. He's
We
still
peaked.
God, I friggin' hope
I
not.
peaked when Paul Keating was around.
Who?
Y'all don't know who Paul Keating is.
Yeah, we'll go into it more next show back in the next year. But yeah, of course, it's going to be an absolute huge. Oh God, what would you say?
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
Being
man.
completely honest, Brayden, you're insanely talented and
Very much so.
insanely good at this and everything you do. And I am devastated that you have to go away.
I will say, all I ever did was I sent an email and then I brought some cameras to Greenlight Comics, and not only
editing those early
not
episodes.
only did I spend hours editing those early episodes, but it's got the show to where it is now in some respect, and it's
Lot
got
of
me
respect.
a job at Greenlight Comics. So you know what, the world works in a funny way.
It is, but yeah, Brayden will be back when schedule allows, and he will be sitting in here because we do have our social media guru Anto jumping
chat.
in. He's in the chat at the moment, but he will be jumping in to take Brayden's position. He's got big old shoes to fill.
It wasn't a takeover. I want to stop any conspiracy theories now.
I don't. You should have seen him scheming from the start. It was awful.
I will say, from the second that I said it to you guys, it was one of the shows where Anto was here, and it was just like everyone sort of looked at each other like, well, this is perfect timing, because we were going to ask if Anto can learn.
No, well, Anto actually said to me, I want to learn that just in case Brayden can't make it one night.
Yeah.
Because there was a show that you couldn't make, and you had to get Jazz to jump
we
in.
had to teach Jazz the week before.
So, yeah, it just all came together. But
And we also have said, massive shoes to fill, but also super huge amount of confidence in Anto and his
totally.
Oh,
abilities.
yeah. Anto's, you guys are going to have
Going to
great
nail
fun.
it, going to kill it, and going to bring his own jive to the show as well.
Yeah.
On a more regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
well, that has been 2021. My goodness, what a year.
Yeah, it was all right.
Sorry, I just went to my own flashback. We have been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast for 2021. Big thank you to everyone who's joined us in the live chat, as well as all those who have gone over to YouTube and seen us there. All of those who have listened to us on SoundCloud and podcasts. I will just say, statistics-wise, looking back at the statistics for this year, just one. Because
All right,
I
you get
study
one
analytics.
statistic. He does, and he loves them.
Our podcast this year, 2021, has grown 293% up on last year.
Thank you.
That is an official. I don't know if that's mathematically possible, but it has grown that much. We've had over 10,000 downloads of this podcast this year. And it's,
That's great. 'Cause
Great.
That means, that's great for us. We know that we're doing something that people enjoy. And that's awesome. That's what it's about.
And a lot of the comments we did see, and we do hear the comments that people would like this to go weekly as a live show. We'd love to, but there's a little something called real life that we have to, be aware of. I own a business. Floppy runs a business at a very high level.
I have family.
I also have family.
So we would love to, but it would mean doing this full time.
Well, not full time, but it would mean that we would need I don't want to sound like an arsehole, but a greater return. Like, we need more people to see it, more people to watch it, more people to interact.
Share it to your friends.
That's what you can do. If you still want it weekly, share it to your friends, get them to sort of subscribe, head on over to hackthedino.com, share all our posts, and just let people know that you enjoy this, and maybe they'd enjoy it as well, or they might not enjoy it. Maybe you want me gone, which is hard because the studio's in my house. So
Yeah, that's going to get awkward when we're filming
real
you and you're not in
awkward.
it.
I'm just sitting in the other room in my game. Oh, I'll just play GameCube then.
We'll be like, shut up, Ben.
But we've
Too
been
loud.
Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast, but this isn't all we do. Floppy, very quickly, what do you do?
Look, you can find me over on Instagram where I take photos of games that I buy and never have time to play. Pop them up there, things that I find, things that I'd like to play, and yeah, and I have a little rave about them.
Braden.
Hello.
Hello.
I do another little podcast, which is you can find over on YouTube or Spotify, your podcast service of choice, Millennial Movie Talk. It's a movie podcast I do with my friends. I put up a very quick, no-spoiler Spider-Man review after I went and saw... I was lucky enough to go to the preview screening the night before it came out. But I already had tickets to the midnight screening when it came out, so I've seen it twice. And,
Greedy.
Very, very
Haven't seen it
greedy.
once.
It's insane.
No.
Yeah.
My daughter's named Parker.
Rude.
Was standing in line for the preview and looked behind me and went, "Oh, hello, Sean." It was the wonderful Sean Fuster.
Sean Fuster. He's
Love
been on
Sean
here.
Fuster.
Wonderful. It was great.
What a cool guy. Put
But
me in
yeah,
paper.
Millennium Movie Talk. We talk about movies and TV shows, and we have different segments on it and stuff. And it's a good bit of fun. You can go find it. And if you do want to watch our Spider-Man review, there's no spoilers, so don't stress.
Oh,
I will watch that,
I
man.
will watch that one too.
Good. And very quickly, I do a little thing at Bad Game Arts where I look up all the worst game art of video games history.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I
what's this?
I had this planned from
What is this?
from initial plans. It's a little message from a ghost, one could say.
Ooh, well,
Whoa.
ghosts are particularly
What
scary.
a
Ghosts are scary.
terrific visionary.
Yeah, it is a little bit. I just wanted to give a shout out to the wonderful Dan, who does a great little horror movie show.
As a ghost.
Terrorvision Horror Podcast.
That's why
You
it's
can find it
scary.
on podcast service of choice. It's also available on YouTube. Go do it. And also coming to Greenlight Comics. It's Christmas time, baby.
Yeah. And Bad Game Arts, you can go there, see all kind of bad art and stupid.
There was a gnarly
Comments.
one you put up the other day.
What did I put up the other
I
day?
can't remember. I remember opening it and just laughing out loud.
Was
while I was
it
sitting there on my own.
Shatterhand?
Shutterhand.
No.
Was it Wonder Boy?
No.
With a baby's face on a man's body.
Was
no,
it
no.
Mule?
The art isn't bad on this. I just
no-
don't know what's going on.
The concept is fucking weird.
He's on a different planet or a moon. He doesn't have a space helmet on, so he's got atmosphere there. He's got a
because he's
horse.
American.
He's got an American flag, and he appears to be fighting zombie conquistadors
He also
in
kinda-
space.
He also kind of looks like Matthew McConaughey.
What is going on?
No idea. You know what is going on? This trophy's going to my bathroom. Yeah.
Anyway,
I will also put down the conspiracy theory that Braden threw the final game of Dan vs. the World just so
No,
that it would
no.
live in Floppy's bathroom. Because I'm really
Don't do
glad
that
it's
to me,
going
man.
there. I'm really glad it's going there. And I didn't throw, I swear.
we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast and 2021 as a whole. We will be back sooner than you can tell the time in metric.
What?
Yep.
You know what we should do?
What?
Shots out of this thing.
I don't drink.
That's going to get boring for you then, isn't it?